Ooh, dude, you literally came in as I was losing my breath. That was perfect. Holy crap.
If you're watching
going red.
Yeah, if you're watching the video version, Robert had like the most sinister little smile on his face, and I was like, this is the one where he just makes us kill ourselves, pewing to death until we.
One of these days, we're gonna pass out. We're gonna pass out.
Which I think then we've pewed our last pew at that point. I feel like that keeps us in shape. That's how if I don't have the lung capacity to pew for 5 hours, then just bury me right then.
Oh man,
that's I'm just not ready for this world anymore.
I can't imagine never pewing.
Yeah, I know.
It's such an integral part of my life.
It was not that long ago. Episode 226, Pew 6, was when we did that, and we've literally done it every episode since then, to the detriment of this podcast. I feel like we've definitely lost people probably because of that, but
especially on the end of year mashup.
End of year mashup,
8 minutes of pewing.
Yeah, but what's happening, guys? Happy Gravy Day, episode 408 of Pass the Gravy with Alex, Pat, and Bobby back at it again. And I think we've got a pretty fun little podcast. We're gonna talk a little playoffs. Playoffs. Let's try to win a damn game. We're gonna talk about fighting injuries because those are back, and we have a smorgasbord of not cools for you guys today. So we're gonna do that. And I'm watching the West Ham game right now. Hopefully that doesn't interrupt too much. Unless like West Ham scores a shit ton of goals, then whatever. Moving on though. The Precome segment before we get into the meat and potatoes. It's our turn to ask questions. We'll answer your questions in a little bit, but these are our turn to share thoughts and feelings and just anything we got. Anybody wanted to bring anything to the table to start us off with first?
I'll start it. Is it weird that I'm not wearing pants? I've never not worn pants or shorts or anything. I've got underwear on. Well, technically they're like the compression sliders or whatever.
I think that's one of the unwritten rules of this podcast. They have to be wearing bottoms.
Usually, yeah, he does have bottoms though, just not pants.
I mean, underwear is technically what it is. I'm just not wearing outerwear.
He's not Winnie the Pooh in it.
I'm all business up top, as you can see, and down low, it's party time.
I mean, I think a lot of people have worked from home this last year, and like they've probably done that. So, as long as you're not showing anything off, I think we're good.
Yeah, I just gotta, if I stand up to go to the bathroom or something, I gotta make sure to cover the bulge because that's on my OnlyFans. You guys don't get that for free.
Yeah, you gotta subscribe to that. What's your OnlyFans account?
They
want to know.
DM me. I mean, it's an exclusive club.
Okay.
Not everyone is even allowed to join the OnlyFans. Like you have to pass a rigorous screening before you can gain access to my OnlyFans. We're a select elite club that have seen my junk.
Okay.
Online.
And you too could be part of that club. Just send him a DM at not Pat Dion.
Maybe
if you pass the test. But you got to DM me with the tagline junk mail. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Robert, did you have anything to bring to the table today?
I just brought up the unwritten rules thing because the whole thing with Tony La Russa going on and swinging on a 3-0 pitch. I think
were you upset about it?
I was upset at
did it
Tony
ruin
La Russa.
Baseball? You didn't think it ruined baseball?
Him swinging? No,
yeah, what are you talking about? A baseball player swinging a bat?
Hitting it out of here, hitting a home run, making it exciting.
Yeah, making it fun for fans that maybe I don't know if they had fans in attendance, I would assume.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. That the old school baseball mentality of like the not being able to pimp a home run and all this other stuff. It's like, just chill the fuck out, guys. Baseball doesn't get like baseball is America's pastime, and like it should still be the biggest sport in the country, but it's not because baseball's kind of a little bitch when it comes to the fact that like, oh no, we're not going to let you put our highlights on Twitter where they used to not let you do that stuff. Like the NFL knows how to make it fun and like, okay, like they took away celebrations for a little bit and then brought them back because they're like, you're right, people do like touchdown dances. Like people do like that stuff. Just let people have fun, man. Baseball takes 25 hours a lot of times. Like just if I'm at a game, I want to see home runs. I don't care what the score is. Let me see home runs.
I mean, we all know Tony La Russa isn't big on following written rules. It's only the unwritten rules that he follows. Like if it's written down, also known as a law, maybe something to do with not driving when you've been drinking. He's not a fan of those rules.
Hey, you see his ring? See his ring?
He might get another one this year too. My favorite lines in the whole thing was when somebody on the team had said something along the lines of like, that's bullshit. Let them do what they want to do. And he goes, yeah, his got his name on a locker. Mine's on an office. I was like, dude, just pulling out your dick and putting it on the table for your player. Like, dude, fuck you. I'm in charge. This is hilarious.
Be a really sick flex, like going forward with contracts and stuff. If like, like Mike Trout, what he said, like a 10-year deal. If he's also like, but I'd also like an office in the clubhouse as well. Like I would like a locker, but then I would like an office, right next to the managers, maybe. Just so I can, just so I can look at porn if I want to. I can just, I can stroll over to my office, not make it awkward with the team.
The back of his locker, it's actually just a door, and he steps through it into his office.
Like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It just takes you to like Narnia, which is really just a bunch, like another office building.
It's just where he can sit and not have to do media because Mike Trout doesn't give a shit about that.
Yeah, and like he's not even like the exciting guy on that team anymore. Shohei Ohtani. That guy's. I mean, I know
he's a video game player.
Division, but like that is like in Little League baseball every summer where they have the big kid that's like he pitches 5 innings and then he also like hits 3 home runs and leads him to the World Series title. Like that's what Shohei Ohtani is, but like he never like had to specialize on just one of the skills. He was like, no, I'm just gonna be good at both. Because I think he's leading the league in home runs.
And ERA.
And ERA. I did not know he was leading ERA. I just know he can he's just smoking guys. But
he's pitching tonight too.
And then they keep him in, right? They keep him in the lineup and they move him to outfield, don't they?
I don't know.
I know they have. I don't know if that's like the regularity for it, but
yeah, they have. I don't know if they do that regularly. Like when they played here in the Astros, yeah, he was pitching and then he went to the outfield.
So like he's gonna be the MVP, right?
It's still too early.
But if he kept this up, like he's definitely MVP. Like
I mean, yes, remember, if he leads the league in ERA and home runs, then
yes.
Like,
remember like Verlander won? No, but like I'm saying, like remember when Verlander won it a couple of years ago? Was that when he was on the Tigers?
Did he beat Cole for the MVP,
or was that he won Cy Young and MVP 1 year? And I want to say
probably with the Tigers.
I think it was on the Tigers. And I remember they were just like, "Whoa, pitcher did that!" And it's like, can you imagine like how silly that's gonna look now if like the pitcher, the guy like is just crushing it with an ERA, like a sick ERA, also is like one of the top home run guys. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. He also was jacking home runs when he wasn't just striking everybody out. Yeah, just hand him the MVP. He is the most valuable player. He can do everything.
If he got popped for steroids, like depending on what type of steroid it was, maybe they'd be like, oh, well, this is definitely to help his pitching versus his power. Like, could they just suspend him from being a pitcher, but he can still play the field?
Ooh, yeah, maybe. Or you could just say he's recovering from an injury. That's what Andy did. No, no, I wasn't doing it to cheat. I was doing it to recover from an injury. All right, Pettit. I got you, bro.
I mean, that era of guys, I don't even care. It's the actual answer was I was taking steroids because everybody else in the league was taking steroids and I needed to be at an even playing field.
I wanted to have a job.
If somebody came forward and said that, I'd be like, all right, at least he's honest. It's like, yeah, I took roids because everybody else was taking roids.
Right.
Roger, and if I didn't, then I was going to be
like, okay. Oh, you failed. Okay. All right.
All right, Rocket. Not that he needed, maybe it just helped him the older he got to stay healthy. Like Rocket, you didn't really need it. I mean, you were pumping 96 with nasty shit when you were 21 back in 1986.
We need to bring steroids back. I've been saying it for a while, but we need to bring steroids back to baseball.
But like
more fun. We need more fun. I want home run races.
I want weird steroids. Like, okay, you can't take any of the anabolic shit, but you can take like horse tranquilizer.
Whatever the Kentucky Derby winner had, I want that to be required.
It's only creams.
Whatever. That was cream and clear, right? That was what Barry Bonds used. He
Okay,
used
maybe.
a lot of steroids. Though.
Like Cream
Barry Bonds
didn't.
it was like a steroid salad.
I'll just say Creams didn't inflate his fucking head. That was the injections.
I love looking at pictures of like if you're not a big sports person, just go like Google like Barry Bonds A's and then Barry Bonds like
Nope. Giants. All right, no,
Pirates. Barry Bonds Pirates. You're right. They were both. They had yellow back then. Yeah, A's were McGuire. But go look at McGuire too. Small like young McGuire, and then look at like home run race Barry Bonds, and you're that's steroids.
Well, no, McGuire always looked the same because he was always juiced up.
I don't know. When he was on the A's, he looked kind of small in the very beginning, and then he bulked up. But like that might have just been his rookie card.
It could be. I mean, he was still huge. It's just he continued adding muscle, so he was bigger with the Cardinals. But he was still fucking massive on the A's. How'd we get here?
Tony La Russa and Unwritten Rules. That's what Robert was bringing back to the table.
Hey, at least we kept it in the sport this time on our off-track shit.
Yeah. So I'll not talk sports, but I have been getting I feel like I've felt like very adult as of late because I've gotten jealous of people with cool bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend that remodels people's houses, formerly of Pass the Gravy, John Joffrey. He does house remodeling in Austin. And he always shares on his Instagram all these badass fucking shower heads and all these cool glass showers he's putting in and all this tile that he's got in these just ginormous bathrooms. And then on Facebook, I've seen other people, I think it's Brett Brandon. I know he's building a house out there in New Waverly or wherever, and he's got a sick looking bathroom he's shared pictures of. It's just people with really giant, awesome bathrooms I'm jealous of now. And I think that's a very adult feeling that I've never had before, where I've always just been okay, I got a place to shit and a shower, and there's a sink in here and I'm good. And it's that is all I need. But it's I want a shower with 17 shower heads on it. I want that. I want to have that. That looks cool. I want one with the bench in it. That looks cool.
I've got a way that you can flex on everybody when you finally, get a house and build a nice open floor plan bathroom like that. You're also going to install bounce house floors.
Well, obviously, it would be in a bounce house.
Yeah.
We've already covered this.
Well, no, I mean, that might be expensive for your first house. Keep it just to the bathroom to be bouncy.
But I would also have a bathtub. I would have the jacuzzi tub, and then I would just have a straight up hot tub also in the bathroom. Because it's maybe I just want to chill in the hot tub. I don't want to go outside, but I just want to hang out here.
Maybe you put the hot tub inside the jacuzzi tub, the big outer rim.
You can raise it up.
Inner. No. It sits inside of it. When people put the hot tubs inside of their pools and it just chills in there, do the same thing, but with your jacuzzi.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to totally call it a jacuzzi for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to hop in the jacuzzi.
Maybe call it a jacuzzi.
A jacquois. So that was a very it's oh dude, ooh, what kind of was that marble you got on the those are, you got his and her sinks? Wow. I'm envious the cool faucets people have in their sinks. That stuff's awesome to me right now for some reason. I'm not looking at homes, but when I see people with them, I get envious of it. Also, what I've figured out that I'm getting very envious of lately is I see a lot of people going on vacations, and I'm not vacation shaming because I'm jealous that you guys get to go on vacations. I mean, it's awesome. I know that people have been cooped up forever, the last year plus, and so it's get out and go party and shit. But I do Big Blue podcast on the Past Great Podcast Network every Tuesday. No big deal, with my buddy Mike Fish, and he and his wife were leaving to go to Aruba today. And Mike is gotta be he's a vacation guy, man. I'm jealous of vacation people, quote unquote vacation people, not just people that take vacations. Sometimes just the people that are good at it. Aruba is where he's going. I would never have in a million years be Alex, what I go on a vacation to an island. Where would you want to go? I'd probably be Hawaii. That's the first thing that I could think of at this point. Hawaii. But I would not I would not know any other cool islands to go to. Haiti. I've been on a cruise to Haiti before. That was we stopped at Haiti for a little bit, although I hear that's a bad place to go now. But
yeah, I don't think that's a
not
vacation destination.
I'm jealous of the people that are I'm gonna go vacation to the Amalfi Coast. I'm where the fuck is that? It sounds awesome.
I would go to the Galapagos Islands.
The Galapagos Islands. But see, that seems like something like I heard about in school. There's a bunch of animals there. Like
Yeah.
Cuba. Cuba seems cool.
Ireland. That's an island.
I guess that is an island, but it's like that's not like a beach kind of thing. Like,
I mean, it's the Emerald Isle.
Costa
Well, of
Rica,
course, it's not a beach.
Hawaii
It's next to Britain.
would
It's just
be
shit weather.
Costa Rica, Hawaii would be like my two places. If you were like, Alex, where would you want to go if you could go on any vacation? Like right now, honestly, if you're like, Alex, here's $1,000, go on a vacation real quick. I'd be like, Galveston. A nice week in Galveston, because that's how my brain works. I'm like, that's affordable. I'm not gonna go out of my price range, but like I admire people that are able to just like, this is my vacation fund. This is what I'm going, like people that go to Vegas 3 times a year. That's fucking awesome. I just can't do that. I don't have the money to do it. I don't set aside money that way. But it's like, it's awesome that people are able to just be, I'm gonna go to Aruba for a week. I think it's Mike and his wife's anniversary. So like they're celebrating out there. So like that's awesome. But I would never have been like, hey, let's go. You guys want to go to Aruba?
If I went anywhere,
like Mexico seems like something like that's like a white people vacation type spot.
I would
like Costa Rica, Hawaii, Mexico. That's like where white people go on vacation.
I'm convinced I'd get kidnapped in Mexico. I'm just 100% convinced I'd piss off somebody.
But you go to like Cozumel, you go to one of those all expensive, like all inclusive places.
I'd go Bermuda.
That's it. No, Bermuda Triangle, bro.
See, that's what I'm thinking. Either I have a sick vacation or I never come back. And I'm just gone. And then I don't have to pay taxes or bills anymore because I'm dead. Like that sounds pretty sick to me.
We haven't really heard a lot about people getting lost in the Bermuda Triangle lately. I haven't heard of the Bermuda story.
I mean, it really hasn't happened in 80 years because navigation.
There's GPS.
Like they figured out what they were doing. It's just people kept getting lost right there. And
when you get lost, we're like, I can see you. I got to ping.
Like it's a short enough destination where it's not that far, so people would make the trip. But navigation was shit back then. So just people would get lost in the first, 150 miles. And it just happened to always fall right there.
Probably pirates, for being honest.
Sky pirates.
Sky pirates too, yeah. Those are the real ones you gotta look out for. It's easy to see them when they're in the sea, but when they come down from above, that's really what gets you by surprise. They
got Amelia.
Well, what would you? They did get Amelia. Never found her. And DB Cooper.
DB was a sky pirate.
He was a sky pirate.
But he hijacked a plane.
So he probably went to the Bermuda Triangle, just blended in.
Oh, I mean, that's quite a trip. He jumped out of the plane like over Seattle.
Dude, if you're a sky pirate, you can probably get anywhere you want real fast.
I mean, he was a chameleon.
He was.
Like the only sketch we have of him is the most bit. Like if you just said to somebody, draw a generic white guy. That's what they came up with for DB Cooper.
Yes.
Just a generic ass white dude. That's what every year for Halloween, I'm just not going to dress something like, who are you? DB Cooper? Well, he didn't look like the sketch. Yeah, we fooled the sketch artist.
Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted the sketch artist to think I looked like.
It's like an I am Spartacus thing. It's just the I am DB Cooper because nobody knows.
I wonder what he did.
What do you mean?
I wonder what he really did, like afterwards.
I mean, he either died
Probably
jumping,
died.
but see, here's the thing. I don't think so though, because they scanned all that shit and like all they ever found was like some money and like I think they found the parachute, but I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've looked up DB Cooper stuff. I got to relook at that.
What was that movie? Was that Without a Paddle?
Mm-hmm.
That was really my introduction to DB Cooper, honestly.
Todd Snyder also has a great song about DB Cooper. Pretty dope.
Yeah. Okay.
If you guys don't know, look it up. It's a good Wikipedia article. It's a good quick Wikipedia book to read. Very interesting story.
But like vacations, like Robert, if I was like island vacation, go. Where would you be? Like you had to plan one now. You get all the funds. Where are you going?
Island vacation. The only island I can think of is like Hawaii.
See, I think like everybody would say Hawaii here because we aren't vacation guys. Although Pat is wearing, I think he's going to a Jimmy Buffett concert later.
Yeah, but it's at Fenway. It's just.
Oh, he's got a Red Sox
okay.
Hawaiian shirt. Okay, makes sense.
I got it with this sick ass hat.
What does the hat say?
Let's see. 9-time World Series champions.
Oh, you're that guy. You're like bragging about how many you have. That's cool.
I don't know. My dad sent a picture a couple weeks ago, like, "Hey, do you want this shirt and hat?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool."
How many championships were you alive for, though? That's the ones that count, I think.
3.
Okay.
How
I-
many?
I-
How many have the Sox won in the last 15? Like 04, 09, and then 13.
Yes, that's 3.
I think that's
No,
it.
I don't know. I as a Yankees fan, I absolutely
4?
fucking hate people that are 27 rings. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Wait, didn't they win again in like 17 or like 18
I
or
probably
19?
blacked it out if they did. Probably
They
blacked
won
it out.
they won in 18, right?
They won back to back, or did they win back to
No,
back?
Yeah.
04, 07,
407, and then
13 and 18 or 13 and 19?
I guess I didn't think about the 13 one.
It wasn't 19. 19 was national.
the year
No,
after the Astros.
no, it was
Years
it was
after
18.
the
It
It
was
was
18.
18.
But wasn't there another one in like
Cora won back to
11
back.
or 11 or 13, something like that?
I don't know. I blacked those years out. No, the Yankees won in 2010, 2009, 2010.
I don't know. So 3 or 4. That's what I've been alive for. Something like that.
Okay.
Who knows?
No,
Nobody actually knows.
It's like when Cowboys fans that are doing like the 5 rings, like Patriots fans can get away with it because like that's all been in like recent memory. You know, like
Do that.
as much as you want to hate it, it's like that was the same team. Like Cowboys fans, it's like, yeah, there was one team that won 3 of them, but like I don't know. Yankees fans that do the 27, shut the fuck up. It's obnoxious. Gives a bad name to everybody. But I don't know why I'm bitching about this right now. I guess because your hat. That's how we got there. That's how we got there. Before we get out of the Precome segment, I have a couple of like observations, mostly fish related, that I also wanted to bring up. Are fish tanks just the opposite of submarines?
Yeah.
Like
It's
the
above
exact
ground.
opposite.
It's filled with water and fish. Yeah.
Instead of being like an air tube that is under. Like, are
It's
submarines just like underwater aquarium? No, I guess they would be air aquariums. Airquariums.
I think Airquariums is it. Airquariums is
what
it.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And
So
then
definitely,
also,
yeah, you nailed that one, man.
So that was, sometimes you just have a thought, and I was like, I'm gonna bring it up to the boys and see what they have to say about that. But another thing with fish is like, you said like above ground is where the fish tank would be. Underground is where fish live, right? They live underground. Yes, they live underwater, but underwater is underground, right?
No. Under sea level or underwater, not underground.
Sea level is like I don't know, dude. I feel like under the ground is where water is.
No.
You're in the ocean, you're underground, bro.
No, the ocean is on top of the ground. It just goes really deep. Now, the only time you can say that is if there's like an underwater cave and the fish is inside of that, then that is technically underground and underwater. But no, just the ocean is not underground.
I don't know,
because it's not under any ground.
Yeah, it is.
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Like, if I
It's
go to
not
the
underground.
ocean, if I go to Galveston and I just keep on walking, I'll be underwater at a certain point and I'll be below the ground, which would make me underground, right?
No. You're confusing below and under.
You can still be above ground, but also underground because I'm above some ground, but I'm under other ground.
No, you have to be actually like the ground has to be on top of you for you to be underground because you're underneath it.
I feel like fish live underground. I just think that normalize calling fish underground creatures.
No. I love you, buddy, but no.
I just think
You're outvoted on this.
just let it simmer for a little bit. And I think you're gonna come back to it and be
simmered
like,
enough. It's already
right,
at a boil.
Alex.
We're past the simmer.
Fish do live underground. All right.
No, they
Fish live
don't.
underground.
Robert agrees with me. 2v1. Let it go.
Whatever, dude. All right, that was it. That's the pre-cam segment.
Might have been our longest one yet.
Well, I had a lot of thoughts. Okay, I had a lot of thoughts that I wanted to ask you guys, but let's move on to the comeback kid segment where we shoehorn whatever it is that we'd like to shoehorn. Do we have a new ad this week? We're gonna see. Hold on. Okay. No, we don't have a new ad. We're gonna have a new ad beginning next week. Don't worry about
All
that.
right.
let's just say an old friend will be returning to the fold next week. The Comeback Kids segment, yeah, we're just shoehorning whatever we want to shoehorn in from the past week, and it's what's back in the news according to us. Here we go. It's the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, our first Comeback Kid this week is national championships because your boys Sam Houston State Bearcats won the FCS national championship game on Sunday. It was sick. It was very difficult to watch because they had to pull it out there at the end, but it was pretty sweet. It was pretty.
The second
sweet.
half team, man.
They are a second half team. They were not favored in the last 3 games, but they were able to come back and win. In all of them, they had to come from behind in every single game in their last 3 games against teams that had beaten them previously, or they had not played. Like South Dakota State, they hadn't played before. North Dakota State had beaten them in national championship games twice, beaten them in the playoffs the last 4 times they had played them. James Madison had blown them out the last time they played them. It was like a revenge tour. Sam fucking got it done, man, with like less than a minute left. Quarterback threads a needle, throws it in triple coverage. Receiver comes down with it, and they win 23-21. First national title in football in school history. Pretty sick, but it was a good time to be a Bearcat. Good time to be Bearcat, and everybody's going to shit on like, oh, it's not a legit championship because, you know, they didn't play Alabama or anything. We played the teams on our schedule. Some people might say that the bigger schools were scared to play in the spring. I'm not saying that, but other people might say that just because they played early. Just because they played early and they didn't want to push it back for player safety. My team waited and played the safe way, and we also won a national championship. So, you know, you tell me who the real heroes are.
So when does your next season start? In like a month?
In the fall, yeah. But we also could bring everybody back, so that's good. Because you get the extra, the eligibility rule, like anybody can return without a year being taken out of your eligibility. So you could have still just won a national championship and returned the entire team. I don't think that will be the case, but regardless, shout out to Matt McRobert, friend of the podcast. Pass the Gravy has now, fun fact about Pass the Gravy, we have never not won a national championship after having a Bearcat football player on the podcast.
Sure.
100% of the time, Sam Houston State players have come on past the gravy. That team has gone on to win a national title. So
100% of athletes that have their championship the next week have won their championship after coming on past the gravy.
No one's ever come on and then lost a championship the following weekend. So, you know, you take
Daly?
with that what you want. Did we play some sort of small role in it? Yeah. I think so. I'd also like to say, like, I did bet against them every single game, and they proved me wrong. So my doubt, I think, also fueled them to a national championship somewhat. Maybe not specifically just that, but I think it also, like, that was a little, hey, I saw Alex was betting against us again. Let's go out and win this.
So you're going to bet against the Giants every game?
I've been doing that, dude.
Are you going to continue this year? Because I feel like you're pretty confident this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, it's a foolproof system.
Okay.
It's a foolproof
system.
Sure.
I knew you were doing it the past couple of years because you believed in how bad your team was. Now I think you're actually good. And I think you believe that you're actually good.
Clip that part where he said the Giants are good.
I didn't. I said
now I think you're actually good, as in my team is actually good. And yes, they are. Also,
that's what I'm saying. You buy it now too, though. So are you going to keep betting against them?
I just got to, dude. It's like superstition now.
Okay.
It's like superstition. Just prove me wrong, guys.
I mean, betting against them hasn't worked for you in the past.
I'll be the fuel to their fire. I can do that. I can do that for them. But now,
will you be Alex the Desire?
Okay, that's Metallica. Yeah. Right? There we go.
Got
it. I gotcha. But now I think every team that I have like an emotional investment in I've gotten to see them win some sort of championship in my lifetime now, besides West Ham, and they're like the newest one. So who knows? Maybe next year is West Ham's year, and they almost scored, but they didn't. Never mind. So yeah, shout out to the Sam Houston State Bearcats. eat up cats. It was fucking cool seeing them finally win one after all the shit that they had been through in the past. But it was cool. It's cool they got a dub. National championships are back. Also, what's back this week is playoffs. I guess playoffs / play-ins, because the NHL playoffs have already started. And the NBA play-in games, but they're not the playoffs, but they are the playoffs, but they're not the playoffs. The NBA play-in games are going on. We're recording this on Wednesday, and they are having the second night of play-in games. And I think there's 2 more nights left. But then the NBA playoffs start. The real thing is like the NHL playoffs, where every game goes to overtime. There's fights all over the fucking place. And I'm talking in stands, and West Ham just scored. We're good.
You're
good.
ahead of me.
All right. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter.
And
Spoiler
West
alert,
Ham just scored. West Ham just scored.
That counts as 2 goals. It should count as 2. Since we both watched it.
Yeah.
All right. This West Ham goes to Europe.
Yeah, the
West Ham goes to
NBA
Europe,
playoffs.
gets European football if they win today. So no big deal.
NBA playoffs don't begin until like the conference finals anyway.
Yeah. I definitely
boring.
bet NBA. I watch NBA because I bet it. The Rockets were, I think, the worst team in the league this year. I've really not given a shit about the NBA this year. Because like once the James Harden thing happened, like, I don't know. It's hard to focus on basketball and hockey. And then I'm also trying to watch soccer along with that. So it's like, it's very difficult to balance all of that. Basketball's definitely been the sport I've paid attention to the least. College basketball I've paid way more attention to than the NBA this year. But
Not me.
Still, I think that the NHL playoffs are the best playoffs of all playoffs. Like there's
without a doubt.
Like the NFL playoffs are fucking cool, man. It's not as cool as the NHL playoffs. I know people thought that the baseball playoffs last year, the way that they did it, where you had the 1-game playoff, like the single game playoff, the single game elimination, whatever the fuck it was. Then you had the best of 3, and then you had the 7-game series in the league championship and the World Series. But like, dude, I would take the Stanley Cup Finals and Stanley Cup playoffs over every fucking postseason ever. It's the best.
Without a doubt. And this
There's
year
fights in them. That's why I watch it.
Yeah, and this year proved it even more, just that the first 3 games go to overtime. And 3 of the first 4 games, the underdog won. Like it's been an incredible play. And like you said, there's for the most part high scoring. Now, one of the games that I expected to be high scoring when it was Vegas and the Wild in game 1, finished 1-0, but it was still an intense. It was an intense.
It was the first game you're talking about.
First game, yeah. But it was an intense game the whole time. Like Vegas was just putting millions of shots on goal and couldn't get anything to go through goalies playing out his mind. Fleury made like 7 to 8 highlight reel saves for Vegas that game too. And then finally they got one through in overtime. Like, so even the low scoring games are just insane action. Like you said, fights everywhere. Because all of these teams, all they did was who they're playing right now. They played against them all year long in division. There's legit.
They had to play each team 8 times already, and they just hate one another. And now it's like, and you got a 7-game series. Fuck these guys. The Lightning and the Panthers, I thought was going to be my favorite one. Just because that first game, all they did was fight the entire time. Like they were like fans were losing their shirts, fighting each other in the stands as well. So like I was like, this is great as well. But then the Bruins and Caps, I think, is definitely the best series in the first round.
And it's been so physical. Like they really are beating the shit out. Last game, Tom Wilson hit a dude into the fucking bench, like over the boards into the bench.
That was cool, wasn't it? I mean, I know you're a Bruins fan, but it was cool.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like as much as I hate Tom Wilson, that was awesome to see. Like anytime somebody gets hit up into the, and then I think Vegas had a hit like that, or no, the Islanders blew up one of the Penguins guys or something, literally into the air, into the boards. Like these guys are all just crushing the shit out of each other. The first game, Alex Ovechkin, 2 minutes into the game, drills Krejci, one of the Bruins guys, absolutely lights him the fuck up. 2 minutes after that, he misses one of the Bruins guys and lights up his own teammate. These guys are flying. It's fucking awesome to watch. Tonight, we've got Connor McDavid, who's the best hockey player on the fucking planet. He's playing tonight. Like, dude, it's so sick. I'm so pumped up. I'm so ready. He said the Hurricanes, Predators, they were crushing each other game 1. I didn't really see a lot of game 2. It's just...
Playoff hockey is the best. It's the best,
It's the best.
dude. It's 2 months of like
they're
it's
so
an entirely
fast.
different season, basically, and I'm here for it. I'm stoked about that. NBA. But since we didn't watch the NBA, everybody, let's go around with your NBA Finals predictions. Pick 2 teams and who wins. Go, Pat. You start us.
Nets are gonna win. I don't care about any other teams, and also I can't remember the teams on the other side.
All right, Robert, your pick.
Wait, are the Nets in the same thing as the Celtics?
Doesn't
Are they
matter.
in the same
Nets
division?
over Celtics.
There
in
we
the
go.
Finals.
Why not? I think they're in the same
They're
fucking
definitely in
division,
the
but
same,
whatever.
but still. What's
Whatever.
your prediction? They're going to move the Celtics over to the West, and then they're going to have to play them in the final. Robert, what is your NBA Finals prediction?
Lakers take it all.
Ooh, bold. Bold. I'm going to go Nets over Jazz. That's my pick.
Yeah, that's what I said. Nets Jazz. That's exactly.
I thought you
what
said
just
Celtics.
No, I totally said Jazz. Listen back. I definitely said Jazz.
I said Nets over Jazz too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we are a Nets Jazz Finals podcast. You heard it here first. I'm pretty sure the Jazz are like one of the top seeds, if not the top seed. And then I know that everybody said the Nets are going to win. So basically, I'm repeating what I've heard on ESPN.
I just want to see the Jazz get hurt again because fuck that.
Oh, I don't
fan
want the
base.
Jazz to win. Like, fuck Utah. Like, I don't really have anything against that state. Just I know that like the Utah Jazz they and the Rockets, they
The
don't like each
longer
other, so.
the longer that the Jazz are in, the more tweets we're going to get from Vernon Maxwell about what terrible racists Utah Jazz fans are. Oh, we just get another one? Yeah.
West Ham's winning.
Vernon Maxwell talking shit against Jazz fans is like the funniest shit on Twitter to me every time. Like, it's his only brand.
And people
like
forget Rudy Gobert shut sports down last year.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Like,
Not
Rudy
enough
Gobert.
people talk about that.
Rudy Gobert spread a pandemic throughout the entire world. Like, obviously
I
China
wouldn't
started
say-
it.
I wouldn't
But
say
Rudy
that,
Gobert-
we don't
Rudy
start-
Gobert
don't
was a
say things
Chinese
like that.
agent.
We don't say things like that.
Oh, we don't say
Disavow
facts.
What Pat has said. But what is a fact is that Rudy Gobert did shut down sports last year. And that's really like global pandemic aside, he shut down sports. And that's what I'm the most upset about.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking dick. And he's French. Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah, dude. Nets over Jazz for sure. Then Nets over Jazz for sure. Those are our NBA predictions. Do you have a Stanley Cup prediction?
I'm going to say
I'm going to say that all teams have fun and they play really hard.
You think so? Okay.
well, I wait, what division?
That's a great prediction.
What I don't know, because it's so weird this year. I don't know what division plays against what division. Like, after this round.
I guess that's true.
I'm gonna say Avalanche win it all, is what I'm gonna go with.
I didn't Lightning
Now-
repeat, dude. Lightning or Vegas?
Just Avalanche are so fucking good,
I
man.
think
They're
Lightning are
so
getting hot.
fast.
I think the Lightning are hot at the right time. Lightning
Well,
over
yeah,
Vegas.
and getting Kucherov and I forgot the other guy's name back at the set, like at playoffs is pretty dope.
Stamkos.
Stamkos, that's it. Yeah, they're fucking ridiculously good. I don't know. I think Nathan McKinnon's the second best player on the planet, and the rest of that team is just a bunch of studs all around. They got great goalie play. I'm gonna say Avalanche win it. This is which is, they were the favorites going into the year, but I'm sticking with it.
Yep. So if you're trying to, I don't know if you're back at work yet or not, but if you're hanging around the water cooler, just talking playoffs, just use that Nets over Jazz, and then Avalanche or Vegas or
just be like, you know what?
just start naming teams, and
The-
people
the
bet I'm
Bruins-
just gonna get out of here.
Bruins is always a popular pick to go with too, just because, like, you know what? They're scrappy. All their
Scrappy,
stars take
say Frisky, throw Frisky in there. Like, I don't know, dude. So and so's Frisky. Insert team in.
Marchand.
The Hurricanes are Frisky this year.
Marchand is a pest. Taylor Hall's been a great addition, and all their stars take pay cuts to play together. I think Tuca's going to turn it around. He's going to get hot. He's let through some suspect goals, but he's going to get hot as we go on.
And if you're like for the Capitals, you're like, can't ever count out Alex Ovechkin. And you never know what Tom Wilson's going to do.
Yeah. They're so focused on Tom Wilson, Ovi's going to be open.
Try some of those little, conversations.
And it's just a Cinderella story with their 40-year-old goalie, man.
Exactly.
Team of destiny.
So playoffs, they're back, dude. I'm pretty stoked. I love the NHL playoffs. I don't know if you could tell that already. Also back this week is gruesome injuries, like gruesome fighting injuries in UFC fights. Gruesome injuries, I guess, because was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Chris Weidman's just like his leg just snapped, just broke in half.
I want to say 2 weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we saw that, and that was awful. Well, on Saturday night, I was watching at a friend's house, and Jokar Souza he got brought down to the mat. His arm just fucking snapped. His arm just snapped. You could hear it. They ran it back. They kept playing the replay. I kept hearing the crunch.
Oh, you could hear it?
You could see it. It was.
Oh, I need to find that.
It was bad. It was bad, but just like, fuck, man, UFC is a brutal sport, bro. Not that it wasn't already, but it's like these people are literally trying to beat the shit out of each other in a cage. So like, yeah, no wonder, Alex, but it's like, it's tough every time you see something like that. So yeah, like I can watch people get like knocked out all day. If you fucking break somebody's bone and let me hear it, I'm going to be like, I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that.
Yeah. I mean, I love gruesome injuries. I'm always like, oh, but I rewatch it 9 times.
Oh, you do? You're that guy?
Oh yeah. It's sickening, but it's fucking like, it's just gnarly, dude.
Your leg doesn't go that way. Rewind it. Ah, no, I'm gonna throw up. No, rewind it.
Like a knee injury, then you always like instinctively like grab your knee because you're like, oh, I can like almost feel it. Like my knee is tingling, like just watching it. Oh, you know what? You might as well piggyback this one in there too for gruesome injuries. Kevin Pillar being a fucking warrior.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, look it up. He's playing for the Mets. I guess it was 2 days ago, or was it yesterday?
2 days. He took a 94-mile-an-hour fastball to the face.
And immediately, I always look at this. The pitcher, just as soon as it hits him, you see the pitcher just drop immediately, and like, you know, when your body just crumples, like, yeah. But you're still on your feet. He just drops to his like into a crouch and like turns around because he knows. The camera zooms in on Pillar. He like. You can see he's fucked up. He moves his hand and blood is just pouring out of his nose. And then did you see the picture of him today?
Yeah, his face is just swollen.
It's fucked. He looks like a UFC fighter that got the ever-living dog shit kicked out.
I mean, he did by a baseball.
Yeah, and the best thing was, like, how do you feel? Honestly, I feel pretty good.
He's putting some fucking painkillers, bro.
Probably. Like, okay, how do you feel good? Because you don't look good, buddy. You really, really don't.
West Ham just qualified for European football for the first time in like forever. So I know nobody else that's listening cares, but that's a big deal. So just know that it's a big deal.
There's something that we haven't done in a while. I know you don't have keyed up. Play the song.
I can't via this, so we're good. But I did bring some champagne, so we'll celebrate. I'll just drink champagne the rest of the way.
Can we just sing it?
Yeah. You want to?
All right. On 3. 3, 2, 1.
I'm forever blowing.
I don't think this is gonna work. If the music's not playing, we're off.
They fly so high, nearly reach the sky, and like my dreams, they fade and die. Fortune's always high.
He hears me in his ear, and he holds these notes too long. I've looked everywhere. I'm forever blowing. And then it fucks me up. He's over holding notes. Pretty bubble in the air.
There we go. I apologize to everybody. I just had to
see in person. It's easier because we like there is a slight delay over this.
There's the music you can hear too.
Yeah,
kind of keeps you on pace.
But the slight delay of us in each other's ears, like it causes you to hold a note longer, and then it causes me to do it because you're just off. And yeah.
You know what a great idea is that I'm popping a bottle of champagne in a studio full of lots of equipment.
And you look like you're having a lot of problems with it.
Trying to not make it spew everywhere, honestly. That's what she said.
We need the pop noise, though. Oh, that was beautiful.
That was good.
Oh, dude, champagne pop noise, top 10 sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like crack of
especially after like after a win, after some sort of game that you are popping champagne for. Now this is really for Sam Houston, but it was like raining and I had a cigar and I couldn't smoke the cigar that day because it was pouring down rain. So like I just like had it in the fridge, but like, I'm just gonna do it during the podcast.
Yeah,
this is a
crack
double
of a bat,
bottle right
champagne
now,
bottle. and Joe Rogan yelling "oh" after a gigantic knockout.
Yeah.
Like those are all up there. I'll sip my coffee with you.
Yep. There we go.
Still very hot though. I'm gonna
to
burn
West
my lips.
Ham and the Sam Houston State Bearcats. They did it. All right.
So proud of the Hammers. It's been a long
Fucking-
journey that we've been on.
You know, we're talking about the PTG bump, man. Sam Houston win a national championship after having the first player ever on the podcast. West Ham finally qualifies for Europe after a couple of years.
West Ham has literally
support.
gotten better every single year we've supported them.
Besides
I'm
last
not
year,
counting. I'm not counting last year because our
COVID.
goalie went down and we
And
had
COVID.
fucking Roberto.
And COVID.
No, I forget COVID. I'm blaming Roberto.
I blame
completely.
COVID for that.
I blame him being a fucking terrible goalie and them refusing to sign you. That's what I'm saying. Last year doesn't
Really
count
was
because of the goalie situation. Every year we've had an actual professional goalie and not a gas station attendant that wandered onto the field in goal. We've got
Right.
better every year.
We're not talking about me. I'm not the gas station attendant.
No.
I
So
would
we are.
slightly
I
be
mean,
above him.
next year we coming for that ass.
They win it all? Maybe.
I mean, Super League didn't invite us because they didn't want that.
They were scared, dude. That West Ham's good. We gotta switch. We gotta make our own league so we don't have to play West Ham so much.
They
That's what
scared.
they did. And if you are lost completely and would like to follow West Ham, do that. I have a podcast called Clear Big Blue Podcast. I host with Mike Fish every Tuesday. Check it out. You can subscribe to it wherever you're listening to podcasts. Moving on though. Yeah, gruesome fighting injuries. They're back, and just go look at the Dzhokhar Souza like arm break. It's terrible if you want to watch that shit. Also, what's back this week is 69. 69 is back because the crawfish streak, your boy, the Cal Ripken crawfish, I reached the magical number 69 this weekend. It was great. The dream is still going. The haters are furious right now. A lot of people were wondering if I'm going to stop. A lot of people were wondering if I was going to stop. I don't plan on stopping. We're going to have to get to triple digits. And if we get to triple digits, I might as well go 104 weeks just to make it 2 full years. So I think that's the goal. That's the end game, is 104 weeks, maybe 105, because I did 105 days of race wars when we had the COVID sports stoppage. I think I got to do 105 weeks. And then they'll be like, Alex just has 105 of things. That's his thing.
That's pretty tight. Congratulations. That's all I'm going to say.
Pat, I apologize. I would like to apologize publicly on the podcast.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Because I was already out when I was like, shit, I should have texted Pat.
Yeah.
I should have texted you. You're right.
Yeah,
you told me you wanted to do 69 with me. And
I really wanted to do 69 with you.
I didn't give you that opportunity.
I thought it'd be very pleasurable for us to do 69 together. And you just backed out.
I apologize, my friend. I apologize.
I really wanted us to enjoy the 69 together.
But yeah, crawfish, dude. Cal Ripken crawfish still going. Crawfish are still good. I had it at, it was called Chasing Tails at Kirby Ice House. Yeah, it was pretty great. I do love crawfish puns, but pretty great. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. The 69th week was great, and it's just gonna keep on chug-a-lugging. It's crazy, like, to think like it's only 69 weeks when you really it feels like it's been my entire fucking life. Like when you're counting weeks, that's so fucking long, dude.
It is. I'm very happy that you enjoyed 69.
It's hard not to enjoy 69 if you know what I'm saying, guys. All right, moving on. 69's back again, and it's nice. Also, final comeback kid this week, Lil Nas X, the King, is returning again. So I don't know if you know this, but since Montero, Call Me By Your Name came out like 6-7 weeks ago, he has been #1 on the Billboard charts with that exact song. So he's just like, I'm gonna fuck around and drop a second single, and it's called Sun Goes Down. It's, obviously judging by everything else he's put out, it's gonna be a banger, and it's coming out Friday. But just like, this is us telling you, he's about to be back again. So the King is returning yet again.
I've got an early not cool for you. I still haven't listened to the Christmas song.
It's a holiday. You didn't listen to Holiday? Yeah, you did. You were at the Spooktacular when we played it.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was pretty drunk then.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Not cool, my memory.
Not cool. Memories.
Or lack thereof.
Both of those apply. So yeah. Lil Nas X, the king is returned. I guess that's it. That's our Comeback Kids segment. And unless anybody had any late additions that I didn't see, but regardless, let's move on to the What Would Jesus Do segment, brought to you by our very, very, very good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company. Pat, what do you know about Southern Star Brewing Company?
I know that I am extremely pleased with this new Mama Rosa Gosa. Got this for the first time today.
Oh,
and
dude, it's great.
Holy dick balls. Like, it's just, I'm trying to, hold on, let me take another sip real quick. You know what it is? You know what it's reminding me of?
What does
you
it
know
taste?
how we said,
Would you say it's darling like a marlin?
I mean, I'm going to reserve that for the next beer coming out. But what I'm going to say is,
Oh, it's darling, all right.
it, like, you know, we always say Southern Brunch reminds you of a mimosa. This kind of reminds me of like a citrusy rosé.
Dude, it's got some zay to it for sure.
Dude, it's got some serious. I mean,
it's the
of course,
hibiscus. It's the hibiscus that's in it.
I always have my
think
locale
it's
locale here in the house in case I want a beer during the week when I'm, you know, watching the carbs, which I actually have not been doing lately. But you know what? I still buy the locale locale because it's fucking delicious. Like, it's not just good for a low calorie, low carb beer. It's a great fucking beer by itself. We've got, I've been trying to tell more and more people about it. I'm actually bringing some to work tomorrow for them to try the Metzley pecan stout. Probably the best pecan stout I've ever had in my life.
I would say
Every
that for
beer.
sure.
I'm working on them. I'm trying to get Bombshell Blonde in the restaurant. We have another blonde that we currently use. I'm trying to get them to axe that to bring in the Bombshell because we're working on. I'm trying.
Class the place up is what you're trying to do.
Either that, because we have 4 taps. 3 of them already spoken for. We're trying to figure out the 4th. I'm trying to get either Sunday brunch, which my bar manager already knows and loves. Maybe the Bombshell Blonde because summer's coming up. We need light. Either way, you guys all know, we love it all. Get the I was staring at it today. I decided to go with the Ghost because I haven't got it yet. Don't forget about the official favorite beer of us is the Strawberry Blonde. So delicious, at least for another 3 days.
And then it's gonna get dethroned by default because now that you mention it, yes, you're right. In actually 10 days from when we are recording this, it's our Darling Like a Marlin beer release. Pass the Gravy's Darling Like a Marlin Blackberry Sour from Southern Star Brewing Company. That's the official name of it. That will be released May 29th, Saturday. It's going to be coming out. It's awesome. We have a event going down for that. We're going to do a live podcast. We were kind of going back and forth. Is it just going to be an event? Are we going to do a live podcast? We're going to do a live podcast. We're going to have Dave on, the founder, the beer god at Southern Star Brewing Company. He's going to talk to us about the beer, and it's going to be one of those, Dave, explain like I'm 5. What is in this beer? Why does it taste so good? Because I haven't even tasted it yet. I know it's going to taste good. Dave's going to do a little interview with us for a little bit. We're going to do a not cool segment. We're going to maybe do like a pre-com segment where we just kind of bullshit for a second if we have any thoughts going into it. And then we're going to do a live answer segment as well. We're going to also read some answers that are like, you know, canned answers that have already been submitted to us. But then we'll also have the opportunity for you guys to ask questions live to us at the podcast. The podcast is going to start at 2 that day. We're going to have the whole event starts around noon. Podcast starts at 2, and then we'll probably be done 2:45, 3, and then we're going to be hanging out with you guys. We're going to be partying, and after the event is over at 6, we're going to head on into the tap room because Southern Star has wrestling going down in the tap room that night. Why would you not want to be there? It's going to be a fucking party, guys. Things are opening up. Things are getting back to normal. Why don't you celebrate the new normal with Pass the Gravy at our Darling Like a Marlin beer release? Bring all your friends. Bring your kids. Bring your wives. Everybody's going to be having a great time of drinking Darling Like a Marlin Blackberry Sour. Robert's even coming back out. Robert's going to be hanging out. We're not going to make him drink any Blackberry Sour, but he's going to have to hold a can. You're going to have to hold a can. Will you hold a can at least?
Yeah, I can hold a can.
What if we get you like a beer holster? Like you have to open the beer, just have it on you.
You
like
got
a utility belt.
Yeah, just in case somebody's like, Robert, beer me. You can be boom.
I don't remember. I feel like last time we talked about this, you got both of them now, right? Both shots.
Yeah, I have.
All right.
We're 100% vaxxed on this podcast, guys. Not to brag.
Bro, we tripped up.
Yeah, dude, we're ready. We ready. I'm actually not 100% vaxxed, but I will be tomorrow. So I'm almost.
What? Oh, what for the 2 weeks since the thing or something? Whatever
Yeah.
it is. Are
So
you post 2 weeks, Robert?
I am. Yeah.
Yet? Yee.
Pretty sick stuff, guys. All right. But yeah, Darling Like a Marlin, our beer release. This is a really long Southern Star ad, but we love Southern Star. They're the best beer in the entire world. There is something for everybody at Southern Star Brewing Company, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Be there Saturday, May 29th for our Darling Like a Marlin beer release party. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. It's going to be, Pat, what's it going to be? What kind of
It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be a great time, guys. All right, let's get to the What Would Jesus Do segment. Now, when we were growing up, we had the What Would Jesus Do bracelets, the WWJD, but they never told you what he would do. Never told you. I always wondered. I thought it was like a fortune cookie. So I decided, hey, why don't I tell you what I think Jesus would do? Now, it's like, I didn't ask Jesus, but like, it's what I would assume he would do. Throw Jesus in a situation, like if he came back in 2021, what kind of situation would that wacky Jesus guy find himself in today's time? Hashtag PTG WWJD to @Pass the Gravy Pod. That's how we find your questions. Hashtag PTG WWJD @Pass the Gravy Pod. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote the jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
Again, another reason to watch the video version is to see Pat's dance moves during the transitions during the songs.
I bop around.
Let's start with this week's What Would Jesus Do, coming to us from our good buddy Matthew Jaramillo at TX Jalapeno 85 on Twitter. Love you, buddy. Matthew says, what kind of pizza would Jesus order?
I'm torn between if he would just be a guy of the people or if he would go controversial to try and bring both sides of a hot take together.
I know what he wouldn't go with right here, and it's a personal pan pizza. Jesus is not a personal pan pizza kind of guy. He's a guy who's going to order pizza. He's going to share with the group. So I think personal pan pizza, throw that out right now.
What I was thinking is, does he order a pineapple pizza to just try and bring everybody together on the issue? Like, listen, guys, this actually is dope and it does belong here. I mean, because if Jesus is doing it, it's got to be right.
I don't think he tries to make so much of a stance. Like, I feel like Jesus is just kind of like I'm going to make everybody happy kind of guy. And like the easiest route for that, I would argue, is like probably pepperoni.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say he'd go with pepperoni on thin crust because Jesus in his times, they didn't really have like the breads at the time were mostly flat.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to want a little
type pizzas for sure.
a little taste of his, his own time. No, he's not ordering lasagna.
Chicago wasn't even a thought at that point.
No, I think he goes pepperoni on a thin crust. I think that's
because like, would you go pepperoni or would you go cheese? Because cheese, the people that don't like pepperoni, but if you're like vegan or anything, you wouldn't eat the cheese anyways. I think pepperoni is like, you can pick pepperonis off, and pepperoni, it's like, you can make it a cheese pizza out of pepperoni. You don't have to pull too much stuff out of it. But I think pepperoni is pretty hard to hate unless you like hate meat, unless you don't eat meat. Like pepperoni. Show me a guy that doesn't love a good pepperoni pizza, and I'll show you a guy I don't trust.
Right. Like, okay, if you're
if you're a vegan, I get it. That's not what you eat. But if like you're just a regular old guy, like I'd have a normal diet, and pepperoni is just not good to me. Like pepperoni's good. Like I kind of have some. You're a little sus.
You're definitely sus. Like if you're ordering a cheese pizza, it better be for children who are just picky eaters. If you're an adult and you prefer cheese pizza,
a slice of cheese pizza is not bad. If you order a whole cheese pizza, it's kind of a waste of a pizza.
Like if there's cheese pizza that has been ordered, I'll have a sliced cheese pizza. It's fucking delicious. But you're an adult. Throw some toppings. Like you need pepperoni. That being said, if you don't eat it because you're vegan or vegetarian, I mean, I just don't trust you already. You make poor life choices saying I'm not going to eat meat. Like if it's a choice and not like literally your body cannot digest proteins, so be it. That at that point, it's not your fault. If you just choose to be a vegan or vegetarian, I don't trust you.
Robert, what do you think on this? Like, what is I want you to weigh in on this. What kind of pizza do you think Jesus is going with? Do not, and don't be weird about it, dude.
He's
Don't
going
be
with
weird about
pepperoni.
Okay.
Going pepperoni.
I was like, I feel like Robert's gonna be like, well, I don't really like pepperoni.
Feta
Like,
and
you know
goat-
what? Pizza, I don't like it. I don't really like pizza.
Feta and goat meat. That's what he's going with.
That's
He might
probably
go
what they had.
calzone.
He's a calzone guy.
Him and Ben Wyatt just.
Calzones, dude. I don't know why people don't
love
like calzones.
No, I think that was just the joke on the show. Calzones are fucking awesome.
'Cause
It's a
if you're not-
handheld
Calzones are
pizza.
good.
It's like a personal pizza. It's a better than a personal pizza because it's like a real pizza. They just fold it up and like it's like a bigger pizza. I feel like you get like it's a pizza taco.
Calzone.
No, what's it? What's the? They're not tacos. Begins with empanadas. They're like a pizza empanada.
Empanadas are delicious.
It's like a pizza empanada is what a calzone is.
I love empanadas.
I'm
My
proud
buddy's
of
wife is
myself for
Colombian. Like,
figuring
they've got
out the
fucking
word
dope
there.
empanadas.
What's the difference between a calzone and a stromboli?
A
I think it's
stromboli
it's
is
the
like a whole
inside.
flat thing. You cut up a stromboli. I feel like.
I feel like
think a calzone
stromboli
is
is also
literally
like
a folded
traditionally
thing, and
it's
it's closed.
could be right. I feel like stromboli is like specific ingredients inside though. Like it's steak and like a certain kind of cheese, and that's a stromboli. I don't know if is there different kinds of strombolis or just that dish is a stromboli.
They're different kinds.
Okay, so then it's
Yeah.
just the folding method. Like I feel like stromboli might be rolled and the calzone is just folded over.
All right. Major difference is how they are sealed. Burritos and stromboli are always rolled. You seal a calzone by folding it in half and crimping.
What'd I
the
just say?
edges.
What'd I just say?
You seal a stromboli by rolling it in a spiral and folding some extra dough back over the stromboli. So
What did I
Pat
just
was
say?
Pretty spot
Damn.
on that. Great
Nailed it.
job, Pat. Great job, Pat. The restaurant guy. No one thinks.
I
My
think
mom
that's
makes really
that's
good
more of
stromboli.
just my dad making them when I was growing up and me being a fatty and knowing these things.
There you go. There you go. So
Big fat fatty.
we're gonna say Jesus would have gone with a pepperoni pizza.
On
It's
flatbread.
just the universal equalizer
Or thin crust.
Thin crust. Where
Thin
it's
crust,
like,
not flatbread.
it's probably like Domino's pizza if you just go in the generic kind. Like I don't know. I always felt like, what did y'all think about the squares? I felt like as a kid, the squares were like just like looking back, it's like that's just a cheap way to like let everybody have like a little piece. But you always had the guy
like
that got,
it.
like this little tiny triangle, like at the end. And you're like, I got that one. I don't want that.
It'd be faster. Actually, here's the thing. When I get
You
pepperoni
could demolish
jalapeno-
17 squares of Domino's pizza and it didn't feel like you ate 15 pieces. But if you eat like half of a pizza, you're like, I'm a fat ass. If I had 16 squares, I'm like, well, that's like probably what, like 3 slices?
I don't know why it's always been this way, but if I get pepperoni and any other ingredient, because you always go two top. We always get regular pizza. If we go pepperoni jalapeno, we've always gotten thin crust. I don't know why, but that combination together is so fucking sick, dude.
At the bar I watch soccer at, shout out Nick's place. They like when it's just me and it's like if it's like an afternoon game, like a weekday game, and it's not like a podcast day or anything, I'll go there and like the lunch that I'll get is like if I'm sharing with I love the breakfast there. Their breakfast is the shit. But if it's like an afternoon game, I'll go calzone if it's just me eating. If I'm splitting with people, I'll have pizza. If it's just me, you get the calzone because it's cheaper. But you go bacon, chicken, and it's bacon, chicken, pepperoni as my fucking 3 for the calzone. It's a fucking solid little meal there for like $8.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hard to beat.
I could talk pizza all day. I love pizza. It's the
You're a big
best.
za guy.
I don't understand people that like whenever they're like, we were talking about this on the morning show the other day where it was like, if you had to eat just one food without like consequence for the rest of your life, what would it be? And like, if your answer wasn't pizza or tacos, I was kind of questioning what was going on. Unless you had like a really good story for like why it wasn't pizza or tacos, which is a very basic bitch reason for me to say pizza or tacos. But it's like, those are the easiest ones that I would never, ever, 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 ever get tired of.
I can think of another one that you have to think ahead to not being our age, but thinking ahead to being like 50, 60. It's a good medium rare steak. Because as you get older, you have to watch that red meat intake.
Steak just sits there though.
But that's the thing. You can't eat it whenever you want. When you get older, you got to watch your red meat. You got to be careful about that. If you can tell me, dog, you can just house steaks the rest of your life with no bad impact, I think I'm going steak.
Robert, what about you?
Yeah,
Menudo.
it would be no. I would probably be something like pizza or tacos. I don't know which
'Cause
one.
that's,
I've been
like,
stuck between
safe.
those two.
Like, even if like there's like if you told me, Alex, there are consequences to your actions, but like you can just live off of tacos and pizza for the rest of your life. I would be like, okay,
You know what I might
like,
take
I'm
over
in.
pizza? Like instead of pizza, I might take a hot pocket. Like if I can just murder hot pocket. Here's the thing. Convenience, and it's so much faster.
Oh, it's
than
hard
pizza.
to heat up a slice of pizza, dude.
No, but I'm saying like you got to order the pizza or you got to bake the pizza and cook it and all that shit.
You know how hard
Hot
it is to order a
Pockets-
pizza? You hit a button and you hang out for 30 minutes and it shows up.
Yeah,
You can have
Or-
cold pizza. You can't have cold hot pockets.
yeah.
Yeah,
A hot pocket
frozen.
from the freezer takes 3 minutes. I don't have to wait 30 minutes on as the fastest it's going to be. Upwards of an hour and 15 minutes if they're busy and they don't have enough drivers. 3 minutes. I've already eaten 4 hot pockets and I'm stuffed and hating myself, but still considering eating a 5th once I get a little bit drunker by the time your pizza gets there.
But you're still also like, I can't taste anything for the next 2 days because I just burned the fuck out of my mouth because I didn't wait to bite into it until
that's
it cooled down.
rookie. You bite the corners, you blow into them, get that steam out, you open up the top.
Hand up 100% of the time with hot pockets.
Oh no.
Oh!
And then there's a random cold part in the middle.
Ha ha ha! What? Yep. Yeah,
I'm
and
just
then I just can't taste anything.
I said hot take and I said maybe, but I actually probably would. Like if you told me I could
You
eat as many
go-
hot pockets I want for the rest of my life and not get adverse effects from it. Do you have any idea how much I miss hot pockets?
My point was, even if you told me that I was gonna get adverse reactions regardless to like pizza and tacos, but I could just live off of it, I would just be like, yeah, all right. Can I have hot
Here's the thing,
crawfish
though,
once a week? I'm in.
I've also largely lived without those things for the last year.
Mm.
And I don't think I could, you know what I might have to go over steak is pork. I can't live without pork, dude.
You know
That's
what
my shit.
I'm really bad about I'm not bad. I'm bad. I have a sweet tooth, dude. So it's like I can't have like chocolate in my house, or else like I'll just go through it. Like we stopped just buying candy. Emma used to buy these like little mini things of Snickers and put it in a candy dish, and the candy dish would be like done by Tuesday after she went shopping on Monday. And so like obviously I realized I had a problem, so we don't do that now. And she like made cookies a while back, and I found the like chocolate chips, and I just fucking ate through a whole bag of chocolate chips. Just because like, I just need chocolate. I just need chocolate in my system at some point. And now I don't have it. And it's like, it drives me crazy when I wake up and like in the middle of the night, like if I fall asleep on the couch, I'm like, I'm just hungry. I need food. I want chocolate. I want something sweet right now. And there's just nothing there. Like it drives me crazy, but it's the best thing for me. So it's just like, I'm just going to suffer quietly and just hope that eventually I don't want chocolate all the time. And then I'll be a normal person that can handle my urges.
All right, for $11.99 on Amazon, you can get Dr. Sheffield's certified natural toothpaste chocolate flavor.
I don't want chocolate toothpaste.
I'm just saying.
Toothpaste should be minty as shit. It should kick your ass. Toothpaste and mouthwash just need to fuck up. Like I need to know I brushed my teeth and I put mouthwash in, you know?
Let me see if this can sway you on it. Fluoride free, which actually that doesn't matter. It freshens your breath.
Actually.
It freshens your breath. It whitens your teeth. It comes in a 2-pack, and on it says 4 kids.
Well, I'm not a kid, so that's even more.
But I thought you would
reason
want
not
that
to
to
do
just
it.
be like, you can't tell me what to do.
like with tricks.
Yeah.
Like the rabbits, like they're for kids. Like fuck you, dude. Watch this. I buy tricks all the fucking time. I guess it's not the rabbit, it's the kids. They're like, no, silly rabbit tricks. We're gonna like, watch this, bitch. Guess who has a salary? I do. I'm buying this shit. You gotta ask mom and dad for your fucking tricks.
Why are all these chocolate toothpaste for kids? Like, fuck you. Adults can have this too. This one's
Because
called
Kids
Tanner's.
get the trick into brushing your teeth.
This one's called Tanner's Tasty
Adults
Paste.
should.
Let me finish it. Tanner's
All right.
Tasty Paste Cha-Cha Chocolate.
I mean, that sounds fun.
That sounds awesome.
Like, remember when you like, I used to like not wash my hair, and then the L'Oreal kids stuff came out, and my mom bought me the fisheye shampoo and
Yeah.
stuff, and I was like, oh, I wash my hair now. And it was like, fucking, I'm dumb. I just like, it looks cool. It looks like it's for me. Neat. And then you become an adult, and you're like, I need the adult things.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day too, and I'm sure we've covered this But that when they came out with the L'Oreal no tears toothpaste, but like they had that British woman where tears and tears sound exactly the same.
The same, yeah.
Like no tears, and so everyone's like, "Oh, no tears? You can get it in your eyes?" And then they're like, "No, we were saying tears, not tears." Like, you purposely chose a British accent where there's no difference between those two words. You dick. Everyone in the world thought it meant no tears. You're saying, "No, it won't tear your hair." What shampoo does tear your hair?
Well, there's some that aren't very good.
You devious bastards! Did we
How
not
are
have
you?
the better
How are you
bureau?
washing your hair where you're tearing it that much? What are you doing? You just yanking your hair when you wash it? What's happening?
I don't know. I was thinking about that in the shower. Every like 9 showers, I think about that.
Are we still on WWJD?
Yep.
Yes, Jesus would go with pepperoni pizza
on thin crust.
Quickly, in 30 minutes or less, tell me what Jesus would prefer as a pizza. All right, done.
We're fucking buzzing today, man.
Look, we're very hot right now. Very hot right now. That was the What Would Jesus Do segment. If you'd like to contribute, hit us up. Hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassAwayPod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat D. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa. What do we got next? The Not Cool segment, where we tell you guys something that happened in the last week or so that makes you say, man, that's not cool. You can also participate. We will be going through quite a few of yours each week. Hashtag PTG Not Cool at PassAwayPod. Hit us up on Twitter at PassAwayPod. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at Not Pat D. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. The Not Cool segment is brought to you by Alamo Remedy CBD. What is not cool is having aches and pains. What's really cool is having Alamo Remedy on your side to help with them. Pat, tell everybody real quickly about Alamo Remedy while I go run and pee.
Well, I think the most beautiful thing about Alamo Remedy is just the options that they give you. Not only, I mean, the one that we have always, our go-to here on the podcast has been the beautiful cucumber lotion. Like it, as Alex has said many times, it smells so good. You're going to want to taste it. Don't do that. Don't eat it. You rub it on your skin. It's going to be, and honestly, here's the best thing about it. Not only does it relieve the aches and pains, it makes you smell nice. Who doesn't want to smell like cucumbers? It's fucking beautiful. You got that. If you don't want to go with the lotion route, if you just need to be in and out in the morning, you got to go. You're fast-paced businessman or woman, and you got your briefcase, and you got to get out the door. Maybe you go with the tincture, just a couple drops underneath the tongue. Maybe you go with the gummy if you got a sweet tooth like Alex. You know, there's something. Okay, I know we've got the. Damn it! This is why I'm dumb, Robert, and I can't be trusted with things. What's the new product? It goes on
lip balm.
Lip balm. That's the
lip
word
balm.
I'm looking for. God, I couldn't think of lip balm. I was like, it goes on your lips, and my brain could not make that jump. But you know what? The good thing is the people at goddamn Alamo Remedy, dude, I am losing it today. The people at Alamo Remedy, they don't have these problems because they're smart people. That's why they're able to come up with all these great products. Me, I don't work there, and that should make you all feel a lot better because my dumb brain would be of no help to them. Alex, there's something I'm missing here. We did the lip balm, tincture, gummies, oils. What else? There's something. The hemp flower.
Oh, I have some of the hemp flower.
Yes.
It's pretty dope. I actually used a little hemp flower over the weekend. It was pretty great. I was stressing about a football game, the Sam Houston State football game that I was watching. And I was like, you know what I have? Hemp flower. It chilled me out, man. It chilled me out. I was still kind of stressed, but it was like the stress where I'm like, we got this. Like, we got this. It was great. It doesn't give you that like weird, like, you know, you smoke, it's in some states where it's illegal. You smoke certain things and it makes you feel like foggy headed. You can't go out in public and deal with like people in public. You're just like, I feel paranoid. This is weird. You don't feel that way with the hemp flower. I had some people over on Sunday to watch the game and I was interacting. I was 100% into the game the whole time. I didn't feel weird at all. It's great. It just kind of relaxes you. It gives you a nice little chill, mellowed out vibe. It's great to help you fall asleep at night at the end of the night, but it's awesome. The hemp flower, I believe that's $19.99. That's the highest priced item that they have. So the highest priced item, them having being $20 almost. It's pretty awesome. Try Alamo Remedy CBD today. promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off of your order. And that's not just the first time. A lot of places, it's like, oh, your first order, it's whatever. You get 10% off with your first order at whatever the website is. Alamo Remedy, use promo code PTG 100% of the time as you order from Alamo Remedy. 100% of the time, you're going to get 10% off of your order. AlamoRemedyCBD.com, the best CBD on the planet and the official CBD sponsor of Past Great Podcast. If you're using Alamo Remedy CBD, tag them at Alamo Remedy and at Alamo Remedy CBD on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. Alamo Remedy CBD. That's what's up. Let's go. Not cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Can I just do mine? I just want to knock mine out real fast.
Yes, go for it. Go for it.
All right, my first not cool this week. I talked about being an adult earlier on in the Precome segment. I fell asleep. I went to a friend's house. I went to my friend Tessa's house, and myself, my girlfriend Tessa, and our other buddy that was hanging out with us, he and us all fell asleep by the main event. We
Fell asleep or
woke
passed
up-
out?
Not because we were just shit-faced drunk or anything like that. Like I had been drinking, but I was not passed out drunk. Like I woke up, everybody else was also asleep, and I did the thing where I was like, well, if it's just me up, I'm just, and I put my head on Emma's hip and just fell back asleep. And like that's the point in my life I'm at now.
So all four of you fell asleep, or 3 of the 4?
4 of 4 fell asleep before the main event. Like I watched Jokar Souza break his arm and whatever the next fight was. And then it was like, there were 3, maybe it was the next fight. Maybe Jokar Souza was the last one. There were at least 3 fights that I had bet on that I did not watch. And I woke up to the like, thank you for watching this week's UFC. Next week, we have this UFC fight night on ESPN Plus. Like, that's what I woke up to. 4 hours later, it felt like. And it was just like, okay, cool. And also, like, Uber and Lyft prices are really high right now. So that's an extra not cool. Because it was like $67 to, like, just go, like, 10 minutes away. It was also very late and very, like, much in the middle of the night. But it was like a DWI is $1 billion.
I think
so,
that
like,
was probably what cost more.
a DWI is $1 billion. So, like, I will, like, just reminder, it's not fun. Don't pay that. Don't pay. As a previous DWI payer, pay $150 if you have to for an Uber, because it is cheaper than a DWI. It is not worth it at all. I swear to God, it is the worst thing ever. Yeah, just falling asleep like that was like, I was like, are we old now? Like I've made jokes about like, am I old now doing these things? Like that was an old person move. The fact that we were 4 for 4 and falling asleep after a pay-per-view event, not just like a UFC fight night. It was like an event that was paid for that we fell asleep and didn't watch the main event. It's like it's like we bought a movie, fell asleep, but like didn't watch the movie and then left. And the couple that lived there got to finish the movie. We didn't get to finish the movie.
See, this is what,
because I've been there before, but you usually get to go back and finish the movie you rented.
You always need a guy like me at like pay-per-view events, because I'm the guy that no matter how shit-faced everyone gets, like when people start to nod off, I'm the guy that'll be, hey, clap
You
your hands,
sort of
wake
need
up,
that guy.
wake up.
And it's like you're annoying to a point, but at a certain point, if you want that guy, it's not annoying.
Like,
If
hey,
you
we
don't
paid for
want
this,
that guy,
guys, wake
if you're
up.
ready to just cash out, like you're the worst guy.
Like,
If
unless
you're
I'm just,
like me at that point, because that night I would have been ready for you to smack me awake and be like, "Yep, let's watch. I want to watch."
And I'm
this
that guy.
fight. I
I'll
want
do
to
it.
watch the Michael Chandler fight, and you would. And that's why I'm saying I'm very
I'll
scared. I'm telling you
cheek
that
slap
right now.
people.
But like Pat
keep
would
them
smack
awake.
you.
Not hard, but I give you a nice little like, hey, like jog the system, like to get okay. Woo. You shake your eyes after you get hit like that. You're like, oh, okay, that stung a little bit. That's good. I'm like, stand up.
Yeah.
Get the blood flowing. I'm
good
very
to go.
motivated. Like,
But-
unless I get obliterated drunk and I just pass the fuck out, I will always be the last.
That
person
was
awake.
though, like that was a solid, not cool. I felt like just because I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
That's a very good one.
We're getting old. And then my other not cool this week was no big deal, but again, Sam Houston State won the national championship in football this year. Division I national champions, no big deal. So like I would say like Division I football programs.
Hold on. How is this not cool?
It's well, just while I'm getting to it, might not cool. I was setting it up. But Division I football programs, I would say Alabama, because they won the college football playoff. Obviously, they're number one in the world, right, in college football teams. But then I would say like the second team would be the team that won the FCS championship. So that'd be Sam Houston. So it's Alabama, Sam Houston, and everybody else. That's college football right there. But it had been a long day the Sunday before this. So Monday morning I wake up, I shower, I get ready to go to work. I have a little Keurig because I don't really make coffee. I don't make like coffee the real way. I just buy the fucking K-Cups on Amazon, throw them in the Keurig, and I fill it with water. Boom, Dunskies. Got a little to-go cup every morning. I'm out. I got dressed, was wearing my nice little Sam Houston shirt. It was fucking sick. And then on my way out, I grab my coffee and somehow in my grab, swipe it over. It gets on my shorts, shirt, and fucking all over my counter on the wall because I tried to like swipe it back up. It was like a slow motion, like no, where I overcorrected, so there was coffee on the wall. I had to like clean it all up, and it was right before I was about to walk out the door. Like that was the last thing I had was to just put a lid on my coffee, put the little sleeve on the coffee, walk out the door. You're done. Go to your car at that point. Nothing worse than right before you're about to leave the house. I know you had one a couple weeks ago about forgetting your coffee that you made. That I would say is even worse because I was getting the coffee, and then it just was like the last second just goes everywhere.
Yours is way worse.
Spills all over. I had to Swiffer when I got home. It was just like it set up chores for later that day. It showed me like, hey, fuck you, Alex. But I was like, hey, Sam Houston just won a national championship. I'm gonna be okay. Fuck you. And I did tweet this. I was like, I spilled coffee this morning on my Sam Houston shirt, but like coffee stains don't last forever. Championships do. And
did you still wear the shirt to work?
I wore the shirt and the pants.
I was about to say, I was going to be very disappointed if you didn't because
and washed them yesterday. No big deal. Came out. It's fine.
You are
even know anything
radio
happened.
Personality, so the story is good for like if somebody comes in, you're like, dude, you're covered in coffee. Like, yeah, well, and also you work in an audio format, so it's not like you're a newscaster where you can't have a coffee stain. Like, yeah, you have the peep show, but that's just for the diehards.
Right. And anyway. No one said it. A couple of people mentioned it like at work, but nobody over the cameras was like bitching about like what the fuck's going on with your shirt, which made me feel kind of happy. But then like I was like, I hope this didn't stain this shirt. It's very good luck. It was the shirt that I got this Christmas that then we've never lost a game since I've owned this shirt. So like this is my lucky, like I don't want to say it's my shirt's fault that we won a national championship.
You might want to retire it.
I'm gonna hang it. I don't have a garden, but I also not cool adding to what I already said. Sam used to win the national championship. Me, just my wallet. Like your team wins a national championship. Your team wins a championship in any sport. If you're a diehard fan, if you're a real fan, you buy all the gear. I bought all the gear.
Incorrect.
I bought all the gear. I went like Sam Houston State has won exactly one football national title in my entire life. I bought a bunch of shit. So there's a garden flag. Did I need a garden flag? No. Did I buy a garden flag? Absolutely, I bought a garden flag because
that's nothing to do with being a diehard and just being someone who has no impulse. You've got no impulse control. That's what it is.
Don't.
It's not nothing to do with being a diehard.
Dude. My team won a natty. Excuse me for being a little excited and wanted to show it off. Like I'm gonna hang it right. I know exactly where I'm gonna hang it in the dude. It's gonna fit in perfectly. I'm just not gonna have this dude. I'm not gonna have the little stupid fucking like little metal piece that goes with it, like a garden flag. But well, you don't even have you're gonna get a garden. I was like, I'm not gonna start gardening. I'm just gonna hang it and maybe have a banner ceremony. I don't know. If a certain person from a certain school that maybe or maybe didn't win that national championship, that I also went to that school, although there's a lot of recruiting rules that we don't want to get anybody in trouble for. if a certain person that has previously been on the podcast were to show up and like hang out because they were also excited for the Darling Lake of Marlin beer release, I may or may not allow them to kick a beer can filled with our own beer just to kick it off, you know,
Wait.
kicking. And then if I bought a banner and hung that, who's to say that it's not the first Sam Houston State banner raising ceremony we've ever had?
You were planning on doing a full beer. I assumed that we were going to drink the beer first, then have it be kicked, because we wouldn't want this person to injure their foot kicking a full beer can.
Obviously, this is a hypothetical we're talking about. Wink, wink. But I would give said person the option because I'm a great guy and I care about the team going forward.
I'm thinking about the safety of the
I
hypothetical
also think
person.
it'd be really cool, like if it just spews going everywhere because it's like it's like a champion.
That's also something
because they won.
That's also something.
If they
I
didn't
thought
win,
of.
he just kicks it. Like it's a regular can.
Yeah, that's also something I thought
anybody
about.
that
How
we're talking about,
cool-
because obviously we're not talking about anybody specifically. Definitely not anybody that has been on this podcast previously that has also won a national championship in the last week or anything like that. Because there are rules. There are NCAA rules that we don't want to violate.
I had thought about this also, thinking it might be cool to they kick it, and then maybe if it's got like a little, then you shotgun it after the kick, you run down and get it. But also, like I said, a full beer can, if it rotates weird and you kick an edge, that could break a bone in the foot. And we don't want that.
If you give said person, if you gave them like a steel-toed boot,
That's toe, not the foot.
you would kick it with the toe, maybe.
I think they will know.
Boot.
They would know.
I'm gonna trust the
hypothetically-
person that would or would not know how to kick it correctly. You know.
Yes.
I think we'll have an option.
Yeah.
But because we cannot put them on this like event officially, we won't, because we're not that kind of podcast. We love Sam Houston, Eat 'em Up Cats. We're a big Sam Houston State podcast. You know, no big deal.
All right. This is Texas State.
No, Eat 'em Up Cats is this.
It's literally every school that's ever had a cat. This is
Right. Well, we're the national championship team that has a cat.
I also
so
have,
eat 'em up.
oh wait, hold on. On the video, it should be this way. Bam. Texas State. That's our symbol right there because it looks like the state of Texas, kind of.
There you go.
Also, it kind of points to San Marcos with this finger, but you know,
There you go.
little
all right.
school history fact there for you.
What are your not cool, guys?
I've got a bunch. Robert, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So today I went grocery shopping, went into my grocery shopping days, and I got like the worst luck. I got the shopping cart, not with the bad wheel, but with a noisy wheel, where every single like rotation it makes like
That's
clunk, clunk,
pretty bad.
clunk.
It's
Yeah.
like a flat wheel, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like it's a box.
It was like cut, and so
Yeah.
it like slipped a little. Yeah, I know it's the worst. I was at Randall's a couple weeks ago, had that. Oh, everybody's staring at you the whole time you're walking to the store.
exactly.
We still
know
have
I'm
I'm
just
Randall's?
getting bread. Yeah, we do.
I haven't seen one in forever. That's tight.
I live by one. That's the
Nice.
reason why.
Yeah, that's always brutal.
And then I normally listen to podcasts while I'm doing grocery shopping, and I was not getting any signal in there, and so like it kept cutting out. Like it would just say a few
Couldn't hear
words.
ourselves. You were trying to listen to Pastor Gravy.
Exactly. And
You
then
don't
just
download
buffer.
them?
No, I don't.
Why not?
That's
dude?
that's pretty poor planning there,
Do
bud.
you not hit the subscribe button?
No, because if I download them, then it comes with ads. If I
You
just
don't hit
listen,
the subscribe button?
if I just
Wait.
listen with through like the regular app, then there's no ads.
So you're
Okay.
listening through an app and not through Apple.
I'm listening through an app.
He doesn't. Right. He doesn't have Apple. But by the way, so just I'm not trying
Oh,
to
that's
interrupt
right.
you.
Yeah.
Side note though, if anybody's heard any ads that weren't our own ads this like last couple of weeks, just let me know if you have, because if you have, they shouldn't have been airing because I've tried to do a little something different.
Oh,
If
and also
it was
le-
not Southern Star, Little Limb, Alamo Remedy, or a Pastor Gravy sanctioned ad. If it was a random ad that you ever heard interrupt, let me know, please, of the last like month.
Yeah,
Moving
and
on,
let us
back
know
to-
what it was, because we will start shit talking them.
No, but I think Daddy found a way around it.
But I'm saying if they are going to air these ads that aren't ours, we'll shit talk them so that they'll get their ad. But then
Any
we'll
other
also talk
CBD
bad
company,
about them.
fuck off, dude. Alamo Remedy, that's where we go.
Yeah,
Any other
we-
beers? Southern
we're all
Star.
about the mo. We all about the mo.
Robert, back to you.
Alamo.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
but that's why I just like stream it instead of downloading it, because then it'll come with ads. So
Yeah,
yeah, I just
feel.
wasn't getting any signal, and then my cart had the loud wheel.
I would say that like not getting signal from music is like the second time, like the second worst possible time you could not have a signal. Is like when you hit a song, you're like, let's play it. It's like, oh, not authorized. Like, fuck you. I know you're authorized, and you hit it again, and it takes 12 minutes to play or whatever it is. Or it's gotta like think. There's nothing worse than that. But like, I don't know. That's different.
That's actually a good thing that came out of COVID for me was the massive amounts of music that I bought to put on my phone during it because I was making decent money during the lockdown when we were just doing to-goes. Because last night when the power went down,
I was gonna say the worst is when you're trying to post something on anything you're doing and you don't have the ability to post it. That would fucking suck.
Even when the power goes down, is it just me or is anybody else like hearing an echo on me here? It's driving me nuts all of a sudden. All right,
that's just your mic. You're good.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, last night when the power goes down, it's bad enough, but you can usually still use data. My house is I don't know if this will even show up right here. No, the screen's too bright. I have one bar of just regular service outside of Wi-Fi here. My house is a dead zone. I walk 30 feet either way out of my front yard, and I'm fine. The location of my house is a dead zone. So when the power goes out, I have zero access to anything. I can't get on the internet. I can't stream a song. So if I didn't have a shit ton of music downloaded to my phone last night, I would have been very, very bored because I was completely out of power. Like it sucked.
Yeah, during the freeze when we didn't have any power, I would go to like the McDonald's down the street to like download music, download podcasts, download anything because I didn't have any signal here at home. But if I went to like McDonald's where they have the free Wi-Fi, I could get something. Or like even a gas station, I would just have to just drive a couple blocks away and I would get better signal than like right here at the house.
Yeah, like having a house that's a dead zone is fucking brutal. Like I can't make phone calls from my house. I have to make FaceTime audio calls. Or I have to go like out front into my front yard. Because like if I'm sitting just here in the living room and I try and make a call, no, you're cutting in and out constantly. That's not even my not cool. I'll get to my not cools now. First one I'm gonna do is go. I realized today that I got on my bank app and I was like, what is this charge for $10.81? I never canceled CBS All Access.
Don't.
No, but like now it's about to start again, so it's kind of
you can't, dude. Don't, dude. CBS All Access, it's Paramount Plus though. It's Paramount Plus now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I did not know that. Otherwise,
so you just got both of those things.
Here's the thing: I completely forgot about it, so I have not used it since Big Brother ended, and I've paid. How many months ago was that it ended?
About 6.
So I've spent like $65, $66.
That's the story of my life, dude. I can't tell you how many apps I have where I subscribe to the premium version of it, and it's like I don't know if I need this app. Maybe
no. I'm usually good about this shit. I just completely forgot to cancel it,
dude.
Which I remember.
By the way, we do have a scholarship I give away every year for the CBS All Access, aka now I guess it's called the Paramount Plus scholarship. Hashtag at PTG bro, like hashtag PTG scholarship, and I will pick one of you guys. I'll pay you guys the $30 it is for the summer for Paramount Plus, but you have to watch Big Brother with us and you have to listen to us on Pastor Gay Bro.
Yeah.
Are we all gonna weigh in on Pastor Gay Bro this year? July 7th. I mean, like not every episode, but at some point.
I mean, obviously I can't do Monday, Tuesday nights, and I can't do Sunday night. Because those I work those nights, yeah.
Thursday nights, the eviction nights. Pat will be there.
Yeah, Robert, I'll be there for that.
Count you in?
Doubt it.
Yeah, I'll pop in for a few episodes.
Robert, like I think Robert low-key hates on Big Brother, but like he's like secretly, I think he kind of like enjoys it.
No, what I do, I watch it because just in case you ever have to do it alone, Like I
Because
could
that
still,
one time I had to do it
Yes.
alone when we all went, like Pat
This
was
Robert is a
out,
fucking
Emma and I had been
professional.
drinking, and I remember just like I was like, I did a whole podcast by myself. It was the first podcast I ever did by myself, and I was like, "All right, guys, this is gonna be me talking to me."
Well, it wasn't
do
the first
this.
one. It was the first one that you ever kept, because I remember you tell me one time that you tried to do one, and then 15 minutes into it, you just turned it off.
wanted
Like,
to
nope,
just kill myself.
nope, this doesn't
listening
work.
to it. And I was like, nope, we're not doing that.
You ain't old Billy Burr. You need someone to play off.
No,
of.
that was the only time in past Gravy history we have never had a podcast for at least a week that like you guys had never heard before, and that doesn't include like best ofs. Yeah, that's a compilation.
Yeah,
But, like,
obviously that doesn't
But
count.
like that was the first one that was just like there was no episode out that week.
All right, I'll try and do the rest of these in ascending order of not coolness. Obviously, the CBS is the least not cool one, but I wasted a bunch of money. I don't know if this is this next not cool or the most not cool, but I'm gonna say it next. You not inviting me to the 69th week of Crawfish.
I already said I apologize.
I know, but it's still a not cool, and I'm still very angry about it. Not very angry.
It's also very likely that you would not have showed up because you flake a lot.
I used to flake a lot. I do not flake a lot anymore. Like if I can be there, I am there. If it's within the west to central Houston market.
I don't think you would have made it the last. It's like when we went, it was like I didn't decide that was the day we were doing it until I decided that was the day. It was literally like,
I would not have
hey,
made it because I might
I'm
not have been
watching
out of work
West
in time.
Ham, and then I'm going to go to this bar and eat crawfish. So
As
that
long
was
as
the
the bar
only
had-
reason I didn't. say anything.
The one question I would have asked, if you had texted me right away and said, "Hey, we're going here to do this," I would have asked, are they going to have the Bruins on TV? Because it was game
They
one
did.
of the
They
playoffs.
probably would have. We left before
Yeah.
that, but I was
So
watching
that would have been my
Preakness,
one
so
thing.
yes.
Okay, so yes, that sucked. On Saturday night, I accidentally left down my passenger front and back windows. And if you guys remember, Saturday night fucking poured, like dumped on. And nobody
Yeah,
ever
little
gets in my car.
swimming
So
pool.
my passenger seat, no, I don't have leather, which kind of makes it worse. My passenger seat is where I keep all my hats and shit. And just whatever generic shit I keep it, like my masks and stuff like that. My PTG, which reminds me, I need to get that out of there to wash it because my PTG mask just stinks now. It got absolutely soaked. My Whataburger dope ass hats, both of those got soaked. The only one that didn't get soaked is the one I've been wearing to work to just sweat in. Somehow my good hats were on top of it. So that didn't get soaked. My entire passenger seat, like the next 2 days, was just damp because it like so much water got in. So much like water got in my car that I think it started to evaporate and get damp that my steering wheel the next day was like, which is it's already worn down. But like when I would grab it, like residue would come off of it into my hands. Like it's just fucked up. Now everything's dry and it's fine. But like that sucked. Let's see. What's my next one? And this is okay. Next one. Last night, losing power. Couldn't watch the Astros, which I blame the power loss for them blowing that game. I had money on them. 2 playoff hockey games were going on that were great fucking games. I could not watch, and I had money on both of them. Luckily, I hit both of those bets, so it softened the blow a little bit. But I'm literally like calling
at
my
Gravy
brother.
Gambles. At Gravy Gambles.
I had to call my brother multiple times, like, dude, I need a score update. I cannot, like, I literally could not get any internet to pull up what the score was at all because my house is a dead zone, as we previously established. And then this is the big one. So like I said yesterday, once the power went out, I was like, fuck it. I have nothing else to do. I'm just going to get shit-faced. When I did finally go to bed, I didn't want to bring my whiskey with me because I needed whiskey for watching the Bruins today, which is actually just started. I need that bourbon there. So I brought my bottle of gin with me to bed. And I was just kind of screwing around on my phone.
Some people have a
drinking-
teddy bear. Some people have gin.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I do. I'm a drinker. And I guess at whatever point I passed out, I must have taken a sip and like just been sitting there holding it for a second before I put the cap back on and just immediately dropped. Because I woke up, I don't know, 6 o'clock, 6, 7, sometime in there that I woke up and I just felt a shit ton of wetness underneath me. And of course, I just thought, oh no, did I piss the bed? And I just stick my hand in the wetness and I smell it. I'm like, okay, that's obviously not pee. That's obviously not pee. I
You
usually
got a
keep water.
glass.
I keep a water bottle, like 1 or 2 water bottles in bed with me. Like I just have side pillows that I keep it
So
underneath.
you have a nightstand that you put them on?
Not really close. Like it's in an, like I just put them underneath pillows because I've got a big bed, and that way I can drink them without moving. And like, so if I have to roll over and hit the nightstand, it'll wake me up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So I just thought, oh, I must have knocked
rolling
open
over.
yeah, well, it's enough to where it might wake me up a minute. I keep the water right there so I can just get a quick sip if I got shit faced the night before and rehydrate a little and go back
Did
to
you ever
bed.
think you just get a Camelback with like a straw? Maybe you can just sip out of.
No, I'm not buying things.
Just saying. I'm
But
just saying it'll save you time
but
in the future.
so I figured
Yeah, snorkel.
I must have just knocked open one of the water bottles. I've done it before. I've accidentally like not screwed it all the way back on and it leaked out, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I went back to bed. And then later when I actually went to get up, I wake up and I move my arm and I feel the gin bottle on its side. And my brain instantly just goes, oh no. And I just kind of, without even opening my eyes, I work my hand to the edge of it and I feel there's no cap on it. And I go, fuck. This was a handle of gin that was about 3/4 full. There's about a shot and a half left in it now. Like, and because of like it's memory foam and everything, but like all of it rolled underneath my body.
Not so
then I was a little bit late to work because I was like, well, I showered last night because I didn't want to shower this morning. I have to shower again because I'm caked in gin. Can't really go to work like that. So I had to shower by the time I get ready, and then I get in my car and go, fuck, now I need to get gas. I didn't even have enough gas to make it to work. I was like, just piling shit on top of shit.
This guy.
I wasted a whole bottle of gin. Granted, the bottle itself is only like $14.
So your bed's still like a Christmas tree is basically what you're saying.
That was the thing too, is like you'd think that putting like, I don't know. And here's what it was, I think, combined too. Like you'd be like, how did you not smell that it was gin? With the power out and the fan not circulating for most of the night, I was super stuffed up. So like when I went like this, and
I've been super stuffed up lately too, as well.
I don't know if I would have smelled it if it was piss. With how, especially with how much I had drank, so I was probably hydrated. It would have been clear piss anyway. But I was just like, God damn it! Because when I went and moved, like took the sheets off this morning, went to put them in the washer, I was like, oh yeah, that's gin. That's a lot of gin. Plus, I don't have a like sheet underneath my sheet because I'm a garbage bag person.
Right.
So I just took my towel from showering and put it on top of the gigantic gin stain on my mattress.
Solid.
But then again, that mattress also has at least one bourbon stain, a Scotch stain, and a marinara stain on it. So it kind of just
like blood and piss is what it looks like already. So you're good.
But like literally the amount of gin, like it was the entire size of my torso was like, I'm talking 2 feet by 4 feet was the fucking size of this fucking gin stain. I haven't looked at it since. I just left the towel on top of it, hoping it would soak it up. So I will report later. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and tweet it out so people can see what a garbage bag human I am for what my mattress looks like. It's not
solid,
good.
not cool. That's solid, not cool.
Because I used to not have sheets on it. That's why there's stains on it.
That's weird.
I used to be more of a garbage person.
My brother had a roommate that didn't have sheets on his bed, and I thought that was some psycho shit.
Oh, it's definitely psycho. Like I said, I'm a garbage person.
Also, just can I add this is a psycho shit thing? Just like people that have I don't know what your email situation is, but people that just zero out their emails, that is psycho shit to me.
What do you mean?
Like people that like when they sign off to leave work, they have 0 emails in their inbox. That's psycho.
Oh, you mean that every day they clear it?
Yeah, because I at least once, twice a week, I have like right now I have in my inbox. No, I see what you're doing. I don't see the number, but I see there's numbers. I have 91 unread.
I have 666.
That's bad. I didn't see that, but I have 91 unread messages, and that's like all my stuff right now. But like you like that this morning, I did a deep clean where it was like once or twice a week. I do a deep clean where it's like I'll knock it out of like 375 to like 80, 90, you know? And people that
Well,
have like they can like leave their day with 0 emails that are new at all, like 0 emails entirely in the inbox. That's psycho shit.
I usually try when I get to
If we're throwing in an extra
100.
not cool, that's mine. Just be a
Usually
normal
at
person.
100, I'll
Have 2
clear
or
it.
3.
Sometimes I get to 200 and I'll clear it then.
I'm
This
not,
time I
I'm
didn't
not
clear it at
counting your
2.
Yahoo email you don't ever check. It's like a regular.
No.
If it's a regular email, even if it's your Gmail, clean that shit up.
This time I got to 300 emails and I was like, I don't think that's a lot of work. I didn't feel like doing it. Then all of a sudden it was 400. I was like, that's a lot of work. I didn't want to do it. And it became 5. And it became 6. Now I'm at 666. I need to just, next time I poop, I need to, instead of just scrolling the internet, I need to just clear my emails.
It's easy. Just swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. It's over and over.
Except I can't. I have to like go into it, like hit like select, and then I have to go and select all of them. But I've noticed if I do over like 100 at a time and I press delete, it'll like delete them. But then like if I back out and go back into it, they're still there. So I can't do all of them at a time. I have to do like 50 to 100, delete, then do another 50 to 100, delete, which it takes a while.
On my
I
personal
just logged
Gmail,
in on my computer.
on my personal Gmail, I have 0. I have 1 unread message.
But
And
like,
that's
you're-
the
like,
Google
in your
Doc.
inbox, do you have other stuff you've opened?
Yes.
I think it's weird that people completely clear out. Like, if you have one entire thing in your inbox, you're psycho.
Oh, okay. You mean completely get it?
Like, there's people I've seen with like, they have like
No,
3
I've got, like,
messages
old
at
emails
all,
and shit
and I'm
that I
like,
need.
that was all today, you weirdo. Like, what are you hiding?
No, dude, I've got like taxes stuff in there, like stuff like that. I keep.
Right? No, I'm a motherfucking hoarder. Where it's like for some reason our t-shirt company, no big deal. We don't want to name names, but they don't have our sweaters up for our Christmas sweaters. So obviously, I'm gonna have to relaunch the Christmas sweaters around October, November. But when that happens, I'm going to just go to my Gmail and type in, insert Christmas sweater logo name I'm looking for. That pops up. I already have that. Then I don't have to go do the entire thing. It's like the people that just like you have absolutely nothing from the previous like time you've been alive that you have saved in your fucking email. Like that's psycho shit to me. And I get that people are like, I don't need it. It blows my mind that somebody's that disciplined,
Yeah, I usually at the end of the month, I get rid of the previous month. So like at the end of May, I'll delete all of April.
But you've never that makes sense. I wish I was better at that because like I'm still like I'm gonna need this in 4 years. You know, when they're like, well, hey, remember that time in October of 2018 when I said this? I'm like, yes, I do because I have the email still. I don't ever need it, but there's times that I think that I'm going to need shit like that, and it's like. If you just have a completely clean, like 0 out of 0 emails, not unread only, that's psycho shit to me. If that makes sense.
Complete psycho.
Let's move on to that was our not cool segment. If you'd like to submit anything that's not cool to you, it makes you say, hey man, that's not cool. Hashtag PTG not cool at PassWayPod on Twitter. Let's move on to our answer segment, my favorite segment every single week that we do. Anything you send us can be a question, man. If you want to ask us for some relationship advice, hashtag PTG answers at PassWayPod. Answers at PassWayPod.com is the email, and we prefer them on Twitter. That's the way we go to it first. It's brought to you by our good friends at Little M Airfresheners.com, LittleMShop.com. They're not even just air fresheners, honestly, at this point. They have some dope shirts. If you want to go get some awesome Little M shirts, LittleEMShop.com, the Don't Talk to Me shirt, the Always Late shirt, the Just Okay shirt, and the main character shirt. I also enjoy the Tired. It just says Tired. It just says Tired on it. That's all it says. It's pretty great. They have some keychains. They have stickers. They have air fresheners. They have everything you could ever want. LittleMShop.com, LittleEMShop.com. Go check them out. They will give you all the answers that we can't provide you in the answers segment that begins now.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Answers.
Any questions?
All right. Our first answers question comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
And Skylar said, or he's at OMG at Skylar on Twitter. Skylar says, tater tots, just dinner time hash browns. I actually have always thought hash browns were breakfast time tater tots. So yes.
I'm gonna say no, because why are you shoehorning either one of them into what time of day they need to be eaten?
I'm not trying to say you should shoehorn them into either, but it is like kind of a fact that they are exactly what he said they are.
I would say it's a
And
lunch.
I said they are.
If
'cause I
anything,
would-
it's a
I
lunchtime
would-
thing.
Tater tots
I don't
are
think
just
dinner when I think
dinner
tater
time
tot.
hash time. I don't know, dude. They're afternoon. They're late. They're non-dinner hash browns. is what it is.
Afternoon
And hash
delight.
browns are not dinner tater tots.
I think you need to free yourself from this line of thinking. Have some hash browns at dinner, man. Change your life.
Robert, what do you think? I need you to break the tie on this. I think that's exactly what they are.
I think they're anytime.
But like
you.
you get like what you but it makes sense though. They would be dinner time hash browns as well though.
Why does a hash brown only have to be breakfast?
Well, then a hash brown would be anytime hash browns.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
Oh, okay. No, I thought he
Jerry,
was trying to-
Jerry, we need to talk to him about his co-parenting. He needs to let Skylar, even though I don't think they live together anymore. But
Oh,
Skylar needs to be allowed
his
to eat whatever.
biological father you're talking about.
Yes.
And not his two podcast fathers, which I thought was good enough to raise him, apparently, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted to take on the financial responsibility once there was none anymore, but they didn't let it happen.
Sorry, our son's too smart and makes too much money. Yeah, too much money to where Pat and I are like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay for that. It's really your other fathers are too cheap, actually, is what that is.
Your father took care of you and raised you and supported you.
Guy,
And then once you were financially viable, we just said, no, tough love, pay for yourself.
We took ownership of you, and then we didn't pay for anything still.
Yep.
That's us. I think I get you, son. I get you, Skylar. I think they are dinner time hash browns, but I've been outvoted on this, so we're gonna say they're not.
Yep.
But I think you can make the argument still. Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ on Twitter. She says, if you die between a pair of legs, can you still say that thick thighs save lives? You die between a pair of legs, can you still say thick thighs save lives? I can't understand why
yeah.
I keep saying thighs instead of thighs. If you
Yes,
die
you
between
can
a
say
pair of
that.
legs, can you say that thick thighs save lives? I said it then. Nailed it.
Yes, because
I
there's
drink a whole
always an
bottle of
outlier.
champagne, guys.
But to say, Alex is starting to sound a little toasty there. Yeah, because there's always an outlier. You need outliers in your data point.
No, I think that if you do die between a pair of legs, you can't say that thick thighs save lives. Like you literally died between a pair of legs. If you suffocate between a pair of legs, then absolutely not.
I mean, no, because then you just say that.
If you die via thick thighs do
No.
in fact
She's
save
not saying-
lives.
She's not saying you die via the thick thighs. You just die between them, and then what you say is that was some killer pussy, or he had some killer dick.
Or thighs. We're talking thighs. We're not talking pussy or dick.
Hey, okay. If
Robert,
we're between,
was the word thighs or was it pussies or dicks as the resident person that says pussies or dicks the most on this podcast?
here's the thing.
Thighs.
It was thighs.
Yes,
You're right.
but
That's
if
what I thought
you're
it was.
if you're between the thighs,
Betwixt.
you're playing with some pussy or you're
Say
playing with some dick.
betwixt and thighs. Say
If you're betwixt
the
the thighs, you are in the nether regions and you're playing with the honey pot.
you're playing with the honey pot.
Maybe you're just eating some chicken. This is what you're dying between a pair of like chicken legs.
What if it's-
Which is
yeah, if
actually
it's
probably
skinny-
the most likely scenario in
If
this.
it's skinny
Like,
legs, you know, die between
No.
a pair of chicken legs, or
No, as in like you're eating KFC and you have a heart attack and you're holding a thigh in each hand and you fucking die.
I'd like
That's
to
probably the most likely way to die.
I honestly want to refuse to believe that like thick thighs don't save lives.
That's what I'm
Because, like,
saying.
I've been led to believe that that is the truth for so much of my life.
I still believe it. I think you can still say it
obviously a
because
lot of
there's
children are
always an
listening.
outlier.
A lot of children probably listen to Pass the Gravy, and like, you know, if you were a Santa guy or gal, I would not believe in Santa. Why would you? Because Santa's real. But like, you know, as you get older, like you maybe there's skeptics that are obviously, if you're a kid, not right. But you know, you might be like, I don't know, dude. I got some questions, and I understand that. I think this is what the thick thighs question is for. That's why I want to say thick thighs do in fact save lives.
Yes.
Just for the brand.
So you talked yourself out of the no into the yes.
No, I'm not saying I agree with that 100%. I just say for the brand, I want to say yes.
I will say unequivocally 100% yes.
I don't 100% agree yes,
lives.
but I will say yes for the brand.
So then you're agreeing yes. If you're saying yes, then you're agreeing.
Right. I don't 100% in my mind agree it, but I do say yes.
So yes, you can still say thick thighs save lives. Thank you, Alexis.
Josh Posados at Josh_Posados on Twitter says, if you pour ice water on a hot dog, does it become a chili dog? Yes.
Well, it depends on how hot the dog was to begin with.
Yes.
Just because you pour ice water on it, it's going to roll off of the dog. It's not going to make it chilly. If that thing was piping hot beforehand, it's not going to really cool it down. It's going to bounce off. I'm trying to just look at this scientifically.
Robert, what do you think? I think it's a chili dog, dude. It is chili. It was hot. It is chili now. And it has chili on it.
I'm going to go with no. I'm a no on this one.
All right, guys, whatever. Whatever.
If you just put some ice cubes in the bun with the hot dog, yeah. You're just going to get a soggy dog is what you're going to get.
A sog dog is what they call it.
Sog dog.
The old sog dog.
Girl, you come over tonight. We're gonna watch some Netflix. I'm gonna give you the sog dog.
I give you such a sog dog. Our next to that does sound disgusting. Our next to last question comes from Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston on Twitter, and she says, "Do murderers listen to true crime podcasts? If so, do they study them or critique them? Do murderers listen to true crime podcasts? And if they do they study them or critique them?" I feel like it is 2021. I would assume they do listen to true crime podcasts, and like, why would you? It's like a film version of murder for them, right?
At least one has to have.
I'm not a murderer, but as like a non-murderer, I would assume if I was to want to murder someone, I would probably listen to a podcast about a murder similar to their murder.
I mean, has Henry Hill ever listened to a true crime podcast? Well, we don't know that he was a murderer, just that he was around when murders happened.
Ever killed anybody in a Best Buy and also listened to the podcast Serial? That's a Serial deep cut. If you don't get it, you won't get it.
I don't get it.
If you do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And there's two people right now. They're like, ha ha ha, Alex, hilarious joke.
Didn't Adnan just get like paroled or something, or like they let him loose on evidence or something?
I mean,
yeah, I know the characters. I just haven't listened.
I think Adnan did it. I think he murdered
from the very limited amount I've seen, which is basically about 18 seconds of content. I also believe that he could have possibly done it. Maybe.
Well, it's very, and I'm not trying to like slight people that are like irresponsibly like, you know, arrested and stuff like that. But it's like, I definitely feel like if you look into any court case, you can find enough reason to argue in a podcast form that is not the right way to go.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what it is. You know, like we saw that with the O.J. Simpson case 30 years after the fact, that there were 65,000 podcasts, including one special version of Pass the Gravy that was us trying to discuss the O.J. verdict. And it's like,
well, that's what
that was before podcasts were even a thing. And it's like, if that's the thing, yeah, any case forever that happens, you can definitely start a podcast and convince people that didn't happen. regardless or not if it did. I'm not saying Adnan did or did not do it. I'm just saying that like I've heard both sides and I kind of understand both points of both sides.
And that's what I was
Which
going to
means
say.
I'm the worst person.
Not saying that OJ did it, but if he did,
Allegedly,
100%.
the glove did not
100
fit, so he
Well,
had to be acquitted.
I'm saying I don't know if he did it, but I do know that 100% without a doubt, OJ has listened to at least one OJ podcast about the murder because that dude
Hopefully
is a
ours.
narcissist.
Hopefully
He is a
ours.
narcissist, and OJ loves hearing about OJ.
Would
So
love to have him on the
he has
podcast.
definitely listened to it.
Would love to have him on the podcast. Still,
Oh fuck yeah, I would. That'd be great.
big fan of the juice. On the field, at least.
The what?
On the field. The football field.
No, I know you said juice, but it also sounded like you said something else, and it's just funny.
The juice.
I'm a big fan of the juice.
Big fan of of number 32 of the Buffalo Bills, and then later
Alex
on
is
of
very
the
pro
49ers.
Israel.
I don't weigh in on either of those. I don't even understand that shit, dude. I don't
We're not
understand
gonna get into it.
Israel,
We're not gonna
Palestine.
get-
I'm
no,
not getting
no,
into it. I don't know. I don't know about it.
Just well, let's pass it. I
I don't
every time
understand
you say
any of it.
every time OJ comes up, it's late in the podcast and you're a little drunk and you say the juice.
Move on.
It sounds like
Move
the
on.
juice.
Our final podcast question of the week comes from our buddy Josh Treecottle. He says, "How do I stay patriotic while eating French toast?"
You're dominating French toast. You're dominating the French. It is in itself
You wear your
patriotic.
Old Navy 4th of July shirt.
Do the French even eat French toast? I feel like they just eat crepes like that.
It's
French
called
toast, I feel like, is
over
an,
there. It's called toast.
well, I think French toast is just an American thing that, like, they gave us the croissant.
French
We made the
toast.
croissant. We made the croissant sandwich.
Or the croissant.
Yeah, they gave us the croissant. We made the croissant sandwich. We just Americanized the shit. As an American, doing anything to the French is patriotic.
As
You have
long as the
sex with a
damn
French
Statue
girl,
of
you are a
Liberty could
patriot.
fuck you up, then shut up, France.
Like,
And I'm
if you have
talking
sex
if
with a
Lady
French
Liberty
girl,
fights you, you better be able to take her on 1v1, buddy.
if you have
Right,
sex with a
Pierre.
French girl, you're doing your patriotic duty, thanking the French for their help that they gave us during the Revolutionary War.
Exactly.
But if you just eat anything
agree
French,
with
you are dominating French foods. Why not?
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna come back and it's gonna look bad later on. So I'm just gonna
I
say that.
nothing I said was problematic there. I said if you're having sex
Yeah.
with a French girl, you're doing your
It's-
patriotic duty, thanking the French for helping us
I
out
don't
as
think we
Americans.
need to have sex with French people to give them thanks. I think we just need to honor them because they're people.
Obviously, I'm just saying if you're
Wow,
having
Pat. Oh,
sex with them, then that's the highest honor you can give. That I love.
Wow.
You know?
I don't judge honor with sex, so that's not my life.
Neither do I. Why are you overthinking
that seems
sex?
like a you, Pat.
You're overthinking sex. It's just,
Robert
hey,
and
you're
Robert
hot,
and I
I'm
are
hot,
just a
let's
respect
smash
kind
our
of
pistols
podcast
together.
guy, you know. On Reason
What-
Studies Suggest and on Past
What
Gaming,
higher
we just
form of respect can you
people.
show someone than having sex with them? What higher form of respect can you show them than having sex with them?
Giving them a large sum of money.
Now that's prostitution. You're the one being disrespectful.
Well, not for any goods, just because you appreciate them and you're trying to just let them know how much. A grant to a college.
So
fund.
yeah, I could say that's disrespectful because you're telling them you're only worth this amount to me.
No, like a donation amount to a college that I will
I mean,
not
don't-
be making, by the way.
Don't donate to French universities. That's just dumb.
We only donate to Sam Houston State University, which is
The only donation to a
Sick.
French academy I will even tolerate is if you donate to the Cordon Bleu
Le
Academy.
Cordon
Then
Bleu.
You're making dope food. Then it's okay.
We probably need to wrap this podcast up. I feel like there's people that are like, what are they talking about? And I think
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
one
ran
of
its
those people
course.
at this point.
Hey, you know what, Josh? If you're a patriot, everything you do is patriotic.
Hey,
How about
Josh,
that? That's the answer.
you're a patriot. We love you. You know what I'm gonna also love? All you fools that show up at the Darling like a Marlin. Can't wait for that. Bobby, it's gonna be back. Like live podcasts are back. This is gonna be your first podcast in a minute.
I mean,
Your
we're
first
all
live
vaxxed
podcast.
up now, boys. Is it time?
Backs, bros.
But I'm saying,
Are
is
you a
it
little bit
time?
excited? Like, I know you're not the most excited, but like, are you a little bit excited?
I hope we can use the stage. That'd be
Are we
really
ready
cool.
to be live
Oh.
full time? Are we
If
ready to be
everybody-
live full time after
everybody,
that? When everybody's
please-
fully vaxxed up.
I think we're ready to go live. Probably not full time every week because
I miss
don't-
seeing your beautiful faces in person.
I'm down
I
for
miss-
that.
mainly
I'm
I
down
miss
for that.
Weezy.
We'll
I
talk
miss
about that
Weezy.
amongst the pod. Dude, Weezy is gonna lose her shit the fucking first time he'll come. She's gonna piss everywhere when Robert.
I'm gonna
comes out.
bite
She
her.
loves Robert. I don't know. She likes you. She likes Pat a lot, but she
Yeah,
loves
she loves Robert.
And Robert is
Like, it
just
hurt-
like it's like why we love Robert so much because Robert like gives us like no attention. Where we're like, I love you, Robert. He's like, okay.
Will
Like,
you at least say
he's
you
like,
love Wheezy?
Yes, tell Weezy you love her. I'll show her. I'll play her this.
She's a very good girl.
Oh,
Say
you
it.
heartless
You
bastard.
say
You-
it right now.
No. He doesn't
Weezy,
want to
come
give
here.
Wheezy the power.
Weezy, come here.
This is
Come here, Weezy.
this is how he this is how
I'm
he
gonna
keeps
make you say it
Wheezy
to her
loving
face.
him.
I'll make you not say
He
it to your
withholds
face.
the
You
love.
better, Weezy, come here. You want a treat? I had to use one of her
We're not-
one of her buzzwords. I had to.
We're not ending this podcast until you tell Wheezy
If
you
I
love
was
her.
gonna say BALL, like you're fucked. Do you want to play ball? I'm playing it. I'm playing it now. I'm playing that. Watch this. I'm getting her. Pat, cover.
Sissy, you got to say it, or we're not ending this podcast, Robert. We're going to be here for the trailing out of this episode is going to be 3.5 hours because we're just going to stare you down until you tell a dog that you love her, which shouldn't be hard. You should love all dogs.
I'll just be
All
like,
dogs are good boys and good girls. Oh, look at that Wheezy butt. Give her one of the headphones.
I'm about to. I and my headphones fucked up, so I'm having to use the actual like corded headphones. But all right, Robert, tell her you love her.
olive juice, Wheezy.
No, say
Nope.
it. Say I love you, Weezy.
You're the best, Wheezy.
Quit withholding
Oh,
love,
her
Robert.
little
It's
tail's
not
wagging.
healthy.
Her little tail's wagging. Say you love
Oh.
her. Say you love her.
I love you, Wheezy.
Robert, say it.
I say, fine. I say, I love you, Wheezy.
Ah!
There we go.
There we go. If she's fucking stoked. She's fucking stoked.
Yeah.
We'll end it on that. We love you guys. At Past Great Pod, at Robert Barbosa03, at Not Pat Dion, at Alex J. Middleton, at Past Great Pod. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. We'll talk to you guys next
Love
week.
you guys.
Be darling like a marlin. We love you, Weezy. And Past JV. Bitches!
I caught it bad just a day. You hit me with a call to your place. Ain't been out in a while anyway. Was hoping I could catch you throwing smiles in my face. Romantic talking, you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to fuck with me.